What up, Mike? Appreciate you, bro. About to start it. Man, you can talk. No matter what.
What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Being rational, give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, man, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. But before we get into that, let me get it to the chat. What up, my bro? Atmosphere. What it do, bro? Appreciate you, man. Dee. What up, though? Hey, man. Shout out to Leticia POV. Hey, we're gonna be watching a clip of her live she did the other day. It inspired this live. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. I've been rocking out on TikTok. I'm gonna do the same subject over there. There's a little bit more interaction over there. I'm gonna merge the two once I get enough followers over there, so I can. I need the stream key. I need 1,000 followers to get that stream key. So I got to get active over there to get that, so we can merge the two. There's a little bit more interaction over there, like far as people coming on the panel and having a conversation. So I'm kind of digging it over there, but. This is my home right here. I'm just visiting over there for now. But this is my home, so we're going to talk about it over here. So we're going to talk about the over-sexualization of women is caused by men or women. Is this the effect of female liberation, right? And that could be blamed on either party, man or women. Or is it both? Or, just people opinions, man. Ain't about to say nothing for a fact, but it's kind of hard when you see the evidence not to call a duck, right? If it's a duck, if it quack, if it walk, then it's a duck, right? But yeah. So we're gonna get into that and give people a couple more minutes to see if they come in. But yeah, I want to talk about this because and let me say this, I'm not talking about all women, I'm just talking about the women who over sexualize themselves, and you know how that's done. So either the way they present themselves physically, things that you only supposed to see in a home, you see out in public now with the way women dress, even the way they present themselves, far as even the way they present themselves, what they lead with, a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, it's women who lead with sex, they feel like because they got a box, then that's good enough, right? That's good enough because they got a box. That's all they need. Now the man should provide everything, so they lead with sex. You know, everything is about, well, if you want this, then I need X, Y, and Z. You know, and like I said, it's not every woman don't do that. You know, I wouldn't even say 50-50, but a lot of women do that. You see it online. I experienced it in person, you know, where women feel what they bring to the table is the box, you know, and they ain't got to bring nothing else. And it's like that, to me, in my opinion, you're over sexualizing yourself, because you're telling me, you know, for me to, you know, get the box, then I got to adhere to these certain stipulations or conditions. And it's like, well, what about integrity? What about morals? What about value? Like, can you cook? Can you clean? Am I going to keep my peace of mind? Because I got peace without you. So if I'm with you, I need to maintain that peace. Like, what else do you offer besides that? And when that's all a woman has to offer, you know, then it is what it is. And social media made it more apparent too, because I mean, you can just go on social media and, um, you know, even the poses is like chicks, you know, your boobs out and stuff like that, your butt, you know, even women going to get surgery to enhance the butt, the breasts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can call it what you want. You know, I think a lot of people try to justify bad behavior. You know, they say, well, my body, my choice, or this is us being free, or any of that. Like, you looking, okay, yeah. Anyway, so that's enough time. Let's check it out real quick. Let's check out what Leticia. I just want to play a portion of her video. Y'all definitely go check her out. Leticia POV. Leticia is third eye POV. And is the title of the live is The Evolution of Slut Culture. A lot of good information in here. Should break it down. But
if I missed anyone, but let's go ahead and get into this. I won't be long. I think I'm gonna be on here for about an hour. So, hey y'all, peace to everybody. I appreciate y'all for coming through. As I said, we are talking about slut culture, the evolution of slut culture. What is it? How has it evolved? This is not to you know, judge anyone on whether or not they're promiscuous or they're out there. You know, we have a lot of things going on in the media. Of course, they're celebrity driven, right? But it still can pertain to us, right? Us who aren't celebrities, right? So that's why I want to go over this, because they're the ones who actually can they influence, right? They're like our main influencers. They're the ones who,
and that's the sad part, you know. Like, that's a form of worshiping too. That's what people don't understand. You know, they look up to these celebrities. Like, look, man, I ain't rich or nothing like that. So me going to get a big old chain like a rapper, or you don't even see Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. Well, Steve Jobs gone, but what's my man, the Amazon dude? Yeah, you don't see these people walking around with these big old chains with diamonds and all this stuff. That's rich people don't really do that. They got nice watches and stuff, but half of that stuff is gifted to them, because them wearing it out in public is free promotion. You know, because they know the people who can't afford it, they go broke trying to get it. You know, just because you look rich don't make you rich, man. And it's sad because the celebrity influence, that's the celebrity influence, and it's not positive. You know, it got people living delusional. You know, people going to get surgeries, people spending in their life savings trying to look like a celebrity or imitate a celebrity. And it's like, you know, we used to say back in the day, keeping up with the Joneses, right? You see somebody in the neighborhood got a nice car, now they got it, now you want it. That's how it used to be. Now it's like it's the celebrity. Everybody trying to look like the Kardashians, like, and it's not just black people, you know, it's people in general. Because even my wife, she Middle Eastern, you know, she constantly complain about Middle Eastern women trying to look like the Kardashians, right? They trying to look like Kardashians. So I mean, that y'all let these people, and these people getting paid, right? Celebrities get paid more than doctors, bro, for a reason. Celebrities get paid more than teachers for a reason, because they're paid to influence you. They're paid. They're literally distractions. They literally distractions. But the way they distract you is by influence. But she 100% right on that aspect.
To influence the regular civilians, so to speak, right? So anyway, excuse me, y'all. So we're just gonna touch on what the evolution of slut culture is, why I've dubbed it that way. You know, we're not here to judge. We're here just to listen. No one has to be felt like they're, you know, being called out, because men, like I said, men and women alike have been sluts. There's nothing that says that men can't be hoes or sluts or you know, promiscuous. It's just more considered more.
Translation: don't get triggered by it, bro. If it don't pertain to you, don't get triggered by it, right?
Acceptable, right? So that's the reason I put that caveat in there, because it's not just women. Even though I have women on the thumbnail, that doesn't mean that's the only people or gender that.
And that's true, because there's dudes out here wearing tight ass sweatpants and shit like that to show print. Like, bro, you weird as hell. Because okay, women looking at you, but it's dudes looking at you too. Even with the sagging, I hate the sagging thing. I've never sagged, and if I did, it wasn't on purpose, probably because I ain't have a belt. But I never put my clothes on like let me show my butt. Nah, bro, because like women don't want to see it, but there's some dudes out there who do, and you just advertising your derriere to these weird look, man. Like she said, men would do it, women do it, but we specifically talking about, you know, the over sexualization of women. So
are sluts. Okay, all right. Let's make sure that's clear. So, so we have, in my research, we went through the feminist movement, right? And so we had a lot of things that transpired through that. That was back in like the 1700s. So if we look at how feminism and the feminist movement helped to shape the culture we're in today, then we can understand more why we have a more there's no shame in being a slut today, right? You even have a old girl has a slut walk, right? Amber Rose, she has a slut walk that she puts on. I don't know if she's still putting this on, but Amber Rose had a slut walk,
and that's crazy. You know, you got a slut walk. Like, people have no, it's less and less shame in today's society. Like, people don't have shame. You know, back in the day, I grew up, I was born in 84. So I remember, I seen the transition of what you want to call, I guess, female liberation. Like, when it happened prior to me being born, but I just remember like women being conservative. And then like when I got in high school, it's like people walking out with their breasts out. That wasn't normal to me. You know, it wasn't normal. You know, but I seen that transition. I know people older than me, they can speak more on it. But history itself, you can look through the annals of history and see it. You know what I'm saying? But just look at pictures from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s, and then when you see what influenced it, it was media. It was media, but they was pushing. But she's telling you the origin, like how it came up before the media. Any way they can possibly influence you and change the trajectory where it's beneficial to them, they gonna do it.
Was to basically appreciate the sluts. So we have where the women today are, oh dang, they said adult images. Sheesh, I might not be able to show this. Yeah, I can't show this. Ooh. Yeah, this is rated R. Okay, so anyway, let me share my screen. Share screen. Here we go. All right. So as we see here, this is on History Channel or History website. The evolution of the feminist movement helped to shape where we are today. A lot of times we forget that this didn't just start.
My bad, Nate the Great. What it do with the
women
businesses, fam?
have been slutting
Appreciate
themselves
you, bro.
out
Appreciate
for
you.
centuries.
Bud Files,
Okay?
appreciate
It
man.
just was taboo. That's the thing. That's the key. Okay. So
And
what
and like she said, it was taboo because to see a woman half dressed, you had to go to, you know, the strip clubs, you had to go to the brothels, you know, at the crib. You know, it wasn't in the street. It wasn't walking down the street, you see a woman half dressed. That wasn't normal back then. It was taboo for a woman to come out the house. Like even to this day, you know, my wife, we'd be sitting here, we get a delivery or something, the mail, anything come, and in the house she dressed comfortable, so she wear tank tops. My wife got big boobs, big butt, you know, so she'd be like, "Can you grab that off the porch? I ain't got, you know, my she'll literally say like my bra is showing." Be like, "What? Your bra showing?" Like it's just a strap. She was like, "That women don't go outside like that." And my wife is 2 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how she was raised. You know, she wasn't raised to go outside half naked or nothing like that. She got shamed. You know, that's for me at home. That's for her husband to see, not for the world to see. You know, and I understand like women say, "Well, you know, I just want to be free and all that," but that comes with something. You know what I'm saying? It comes with something, and then you complain. Like it's women at the gym complaining, men staring at them. Like what the fuck? You people got eyeballs, bro. You in here with these tight ass pants on, your camel toe showing, your breast out, nipples hard, and you get mad because dudes look like dudes got eyes, bro. Now I would agree, shouldn't no man touch her? Really shouldn't say nothing to her. I agree with that aspect. But every action has a reaction. You coming in a predominantly male area, dressed half, you know, with all your assets showing. Of course, people go look. People go stare. Why can't they? They got fucking eyes, and you in a public place. Can't determine now if they break into your house or peeping through your window. That's one thing. But you out in fucking public. You can't control what people fucking look at when you out in public. Long as they ain't saying or doing nothing to you, it is what it is. Well, I'm not dressing like that to get attention. I don't care if you want attention. If you dress like that, you will get attention. You probably gonna get the attention you don't want, but you want people to conform. Well, women have rights. Yeah, you do got rights. You got the right not to dress like that. That's it. If you don't want the attention that comes with, that's like for me as a male. If I don't want to be labeled or seen as a thug or a gangbanger, I need not dress like one. I need not act like one. I need not talk like one. I need not walk like one. Right? Simple as that. Because if I do, something comes with it. People prejudging. You can't stop people from prejudging. You can't.
what has happened is we're now condoning it. We're
Frankie Blanco, what it do with the businesses, fam? Hold on, bro. I wasn't on the screen. Appreciate you, my brother, my brother, my brother. Hope everything good with you, bro. Hope everything. I know I ain't really been on here, but I'm about to get more on here. Frankie, I need you to come over to the I think we had tear it up on TikTok, bro.
Work out the money, work out the juice. 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 Work out the money, work out the juice.
And I agree with that too, Frankie. You know, I agree with that too. But like I said earlier, cause and effect. You know, for all that, for all those things to have an effect, somebody had to participate in it. Somebody had to agree to come out and look like this for it to have some type of influence, right? So whose fault? Is it men's fault for paying women, or is it women's fault for taking it and doing it? You know? Shout out to Frankie. That's my bro, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Nate. I don't know if Nate heard me earlier.
now promoting it. And so that's where you see a lot of the difference from then, where it was more modest. It was considered something that was taboo. You didn't talk about it. It wasn't glorified. And so back in March 31st, 1776, this is where we see the first documentation of the feminist movement from the wife of John Adams, making a plea to him about remember the ladies, be more generous and favorable to them and your ancestors. Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of husbands. Okay. Now, back then, men were actually the owners of the woman. Okay. So it's always been around as far as the sluts, being a slut, being promiscuous. That's always been around, but it was more condoned by men to do it. So we have the Abigail Adams seeking for them to put the women on pedestals when it came to politics. So women didn't even have the right to vote yet. They weren't.
You know what? I mean, where we at right now, social media was definitely a vehicle, but social media was definitely a vehicle, but I seen the culture start changing in like the early to mid 90s. I seen that's when everybody wanted to be a gangster and everybody wanted to be, no, because you had like Queen Latifah, MC Light, Yo-Yo, you know, even TLC. I mean, they wore like sports bras and stuff, but they wasn't like, you know, out here with thongs and twerking. They were still doing like, even like, think about the way like these groups, 3WL, TLC, think about like they dance choreography. They wasn't twerking and shit, bro. They was literally dancing, like doing dance moves. Now, like people say, oh, twerking is African spirituality. Yeah, they shake their butts, but that ain't all they do. It be within rhythm or movement. You know, it be in conjunction with other moves. You know, they shake. Okay, it's not just popping it, busting it open. That's not what African spirituality dancing is. You know, they ain't just twerking and busting it open. It's within rhythm and within movement. It's conjunction with other moves. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but yeah. Yeah, social media made it worse. Most men are usually doing things to impress, undress, and depress women. I say it like this too. Like when you said earlier, women make the world go round. That, like, as a man, that's like a peacock, spreading their tail feathers. We've been like that. We always tried to show women our worth or value, whether if it was hunting animals until today's time where you making money. We went from hunters to gatherers to builders. Now is all about the finance. So that's what attracts women. We used to stability is what attracts women. So in the beginning, it was hunting and gathering. Like, what can we pull together to, be of value to the women? And now it's just finances, is money. So you got people to take the route. I'm gonna go educate myself or start a business or do something legally to make money. Then you got other people like, well, I ain't got all the book smarts and stuff, but I can hustle. So it's money, 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 money. But this is the problem. When women are attracted to men for money, money is a tool that we use to buy. That's what money is for. We use it to purchase things. So this is just the psychology. So whenever money is exchanged, is for good. If you're buying something, you're purchasing something. So if you're exchanging money, if you're giving money to a woman, subconsciously and sometimes consciously, you're being bought. That's how a man thinks. Okay, I'm paying this money, so now you bought. And women, it's not about how things should be. It's how things are. It's just how things are. So if a man is leaving with his wallet, he's buying you. Like I said, if it's happening consciously or subconsciously, you're being bought. And if you take it, that's the exchange aspect right there. Now it's being exchanged. So your value is whatever he purchased. That's how he look at you. Well, men shouldn't do that. Well, too bad. That's how it is. That's just how it is. Money is used to purchase things. That's what money is for. If it's to pay a bill, if it's to buy something, is a transaction. That is a transaction. And see, I like, even on this social media, I hear a lot of women talk about how things ought to be, how things should be, right? And that's fine in a perfect world, but guess what? The world never been perfect. Since the dawn of time, the world ain't never been perfect, and it ain't gonna be perfect. Perfection is a myth. It's a myth. So just know how things are, how things run, and adapt and adjust to it. Simple.
Weren't able to vote. So you have this woman coming out and she's asking her husband to, talk to Congress. Remember the ladies, because they're here. Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of husbands. Now, the husband back then was the primary breadwinner. They're the ones who worked. They're the ones that went out and did manual labor. They're the ones that went out to bring home the bacon, so to speak, right? You didn't have the woman primarily in that role. So that's where we have a big debacle. Like, why should women be able to do this and that if they're not the ones, they're not the ones bringing home the money. They're not the ones.
So she talking about the why women couldn't vote, because men at that time were the ones who were making, the world go around. The doctors, the lawyers, the builders, the men did all those jobs, the construction workers. So in their mind, they was like, well, women don't do nothing but stay at home. So as far as politics, they don't really know what's going on. So they shouldn't have a vote. That's what she's talking about.
ones that are bringing home, even though women did work out in the fields and in the farms, right? They were out there working the field, working the farms, making sure that the hens were taken care of and fed and stuff like that. But they didn't do usually the hard manual labor.
Yeah,
that's typical. They typically didn't. I'm not saying that none of them did. They typically did not. Okay. And hey, Cooking with Foxy, thank you for coming through. Jason, hey, shout out to you. Because of that, women really didn't have a say. They didn't have a say in what they could do or what choice to make in as far as politics and things like that. So then you have from 1776, then you have in 1848, the first Women's Right Convention organized by women. Okay. I'm not going to read through all these. Y'all can go on to this History Channel yourself and look up the feminist movement and how it shaped the world we live in today. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go to.
And this is one of the red pill points too. This is one of the arguments the red pill make, as far as women having rights, because they say the argument is the more rights you give women, the more deviant they get. They start to deviate against what the social norms are or what works, because they thinking emotionally instead of logically. That's one of the big arguments the red pill dudes make, which I don't agree with wholeheartedly, but I do. There is truth into it, and that's anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you give kids autonomy, like they can do whatever they want to do. Of course, they go do some fucked up, stupid shit. Why? Because they don't know better. They're young. They ain't experienced. They don't have knowledge or wisdom. But it feels good. That's what happens when you just go with what you feel. A lot of times, it puts you in a fucked up situation. That's why we have brains and we can think and we can rationalize things to look at the pros and cons. Okay, yeah, it might be fun to do that, but there's an aspect of I might get hurt or I might hurt somebody else or I might put others in danger or put myself in danger. And when you have talking about the kids, when you have a young mind, that you ain't thinking about that. And a lot of times, like when women justify, not just women, but in general, when people tend to justify bad behavior, it is more off of the way they feel because it doesn't logically make sense. It doesn't logically make sense. You can't rationalize ignorance. You can't. You can't wear something and then complain about people looking at you. You can't. You're out in public. Now, if you're in your own home, that's a different story. But once you go out in public, it's public. So you can't go out got a camel toe and then get mad when people staring at it. I mean, you can't.
To where things happen as far as the
Bust it down, Brown.
Today.
My brother Gary, what it do? Hold on, let me go back over here. I'm on the the YouTube screen. Make sure ain't nobody trying to pop up. My brother Bust It Down Brown. What it do with the business is? Ride or die in the building. What up, Ryder? I've been checking out them your music. I've been checking it out. Sis, you killing it. You killing it. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all can come up if y'all want. I'm just chilling for a minute. I'm gonna just play a little bit of this and then we can talk about whatever, man.
You had what we call hippies, right? Do y'all remember the hippies and that hippie movement and peace and all that? Well, the hippies, they came out and they were free. Let us be free, right? We want to be free, and the women want to have their rights, and they want to show their cleavage. So they took off their bras and burned them, right? So they were taking the bras off and they were burning them, and they were walking around with the chest out, right? And so that was more of where we're seeing, oh, they're wanting to, show their cleavage and their skin. So why wouldn't men be okay with that? Why wouldn't men want to be able to see for free? So
Why buy a cow when you can get the milk for free? What it do with the business is, Frankie?
What up, my brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Am I low? I'm gonna make sure the audio is good before, you know what I mean? How you been, my
you
brother?
good,
How's
man.
everything?
Everything good, man. I've been chilling, man. Getting the kids together, getting the house together, getting me together.
That's good, man. That's good, good. This is the best time to do that, you know? Right now is probably the
Yeah,
best time to get yourself and get everything organized. Have your inner circle at least 75% ready just in case, anything goes down. Just to be up and ready, you know what I mean? Engaged with what's going on in the world, because it's moving fast. But yeah, I was just gonna say
yeah,
real quick with the topic, right? All these men that was out there, doing their thing, working, busting their ass, coming home, and when women were cleaning and cooking. Let's be honest, right? Had a man work 12, 13 hours every day for a week, I had to come home and go milk the cow and go, you know what I mean, season the chicken and go smoke. You know what I mean? It would society wouldn't have been this way, right? So you got to say that women are the most like they're the. I leave it to them to be more mature, more class and how can I say they're supposed to be more understanding, like, and I don't say they're supposed to be, but it's a fact that they say, well, it's not a fact, but they say women mature faster than men, right? And I see it with my daughter, like she's 11, she's already 21, look, it's crazy. But women should have a way of understanding the man's mind. That's what it is, which is probably hard to do because we don't even understand ourselves. But I think women have a big role in even with being promiscuous, they lead on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, like probably 87%, 87.3% of niggas is dogs, straight dogs. Like they talk a good one. Hi, Miss Parker, all type of shit, help you with your laundry, help you with your groceries. You know what I mean? They change your tire in
hmm
the name of some coochie. You know what I mean? In the name of some coochie. That's all they care about, bro. But it be, so women should be able to have more discernment and understand, lay some kind of snares out there and traps, to see if that nigga falls down that, or he's that, But with that comes a lot of experience. You get it? And what happens is a lot of men, men, a lot of niggas know how to put the Willy Bobo, I guess. That's what we used to call it back in the days. They spit that game or pimp talk, whatever it might be, but they say Willy Bobo in New York back in the day. And a lot of niggas that have a chick, you know what I mean, believing that he's on top of the world and he's living with his moms and everything. Feel me? And that's why I grew up like that. Like a lot of niggas always trying to impress women. Like a lot of shit we did was to impress women, no matter what it was. And if the guy's buying a nice house, it's because he wants to get a nice woman in the house too. Nice ride is because he wants women to look at it. It's not because you want your man's in to look at it or men. I wouldn't think that. But with today's society, it could be that.
and I agree with that. I agree with you for about 80%, bro. I agree with you 80%. I agree with you 100% about the things we do are to attract or impress women. I agree with that. But bro, the more I look at things, I'm starting to think women cheat more than men, bro. They just don't get caught doing that shit, bro. Like especially like I look at like some like I can look at some of my family members, bro. And I'm talking about like when I'm teenagers, I'm finding out my cousin, her dad ain't really her dad, it was by somebody else. And I'm like, damn, then you start hearing all these stories when like okay, yeah, you heard about the man stepping out because that's evident. But what about the women who stayed at home and had somebody else's kid, bro? More of those stories coming out with like
Yeesh.
DNA tests and stuff like that, bro. That shit was normal. Even nowadays, you see women with 5 kids, 4 baby daddies. Like, come on, bro. You ain't get manipulated or bamboozled 4 different times, bro. Like,
But it
come on
goes
now.
to it. You kind of give credence to what I said about women having to take the step forward and being mature. Because, like you said, they're the ones that's getting them dudes. You know what I mean? Like they're already. You know what I mean? They don't get caught cheating because they calculated. You know, they preemptive, they premeditated. You get it? Men sometimes we got we don't think that far. You get it? It's like we got that a butterfly attention span. You know, sometimes
Yeah, bro.
that's
Like, I
just my
mean,
opinion. That's just my opinion.
we creatures of habit, bro. So when that habit break, women notice that shit, bro. Women, they can change shit up, bro. They can go with the
Yeah,
flow and change the shit
they
up.
know when you lying.
Like,
If you've been with somebody more than a couple years, they know when you lying instantly. Like,
yeah, bro. Because I'm not even gonna say they more observant.
they
I'm,
study your mannerisms. They study your
yeah,
tone. Everything is like,
yeah,
goes back to your primitive instincts.
yeah. I mean, people say they have more discernment, or I just think
Yeah,
man's
they're more
sloppy.
intuitive. But a lot of people say that women are more intuitive than men, which could be true too.
And
But I think it's
and
just different with them. It resonates different.
I think it's too ego. I think it's ego because I'll be honest with you. Every time a woman cheated on me, I knew she was cheating. I just didn't want to admit it because I'm a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to, that shit make me feel less than a man if a woman cheating on me. So I think a lot of times, even with the man, I think it's ego, bro. Like, we just choose not to see that shit, bro. Like, we see a sign, like, and not want to pay attention. That's why, like, when men do find out, they freak the fuck out and do crazy shit. Women do too, though. I just seen
It goes
videos.
to what you said. Why go for the cow when you get the milk free, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the mind of a man. Like why we sit there and count and flush the toilet and try to pee before it finishes flushing. Like that's something a man. You know what I mean? It's only in the mind of a
Mm-hmm.
man to think like that. Like these are
Yeah.
things that we're so like primal still. In a way like we haven't evolved into being I guess a higher self, within physically, because mentally we can, right? Spiritually we can, but physically at the end of the day, you're just skin and bones. You know what I mean? You pick your nose, you should probably fart and shot like everybody else in the world would. You know what I mean? So it's like no one's ever like sitting there just perfect almost. You know what I'm saying? But what you were saying, yeah, like I said, women definitely have a gift. You know what I mean? With was it pushing men's buttons, right? Once they learn you, they can trigger you and make you go off the rails. Like a woman can make you
Oh
crash out.
yeah.
What's a lot of stories where women say, "Oh, I've heard in the hood before that man, artist, I don't want to say the word, he essayed us, and forget about it. Let my daughter or my sister or my cousin tell me a nigga right down the street just did that to her. I'm gonna react
Hmm.
off of emotions right off rip. I'm not gonna be logical about it,
Yeah.
try to figure out and justify it. No, it's just gonna happen. That a lot of niggas in this world have been in jail or dead because of a woman. Period. That's the biggest killer, man. Fuck malaria. It's on a bitch. You're
Bro, Gary said an emotionless woman won't get caught. Would you consider that being masculine? I don't think emotionless equals masculinity. I think proper expression and regulation. Uh, I think a masculine man know how to control and properly express his emotions. So I wouldn't say an emotionless woman. I call her a demon, bro. Like a woman
call her
without
what?
emotion, she demon, bro. That shit demonic. Anybody without emotions is fucking
A
demonic to
scorn
me.
woman, right? How about a scorn woman? A woman
A
scorned.
bitter woman, bro.
Ooh,
Bro,
bitter
it
baby
is
mama energy.
like I'm a I mean I pretty much showed what I wanted to show. I just wanted y'all to hear from that video just a little bit of Leticia's breakdown.
Bro, my bad.
No, I wasn't gonna play a lot. I only meant to play 5 minutes of it. I kept pausing it though. But that was to the point. I just wanted y'all to hear like the hippie part, like because I think
Right.
that was like female liberation when they was, oh, I want to show my breast. Why you want to have your breasts out in public? And then like if a man does react to that, then is on him, which is fine because everyone supposed to control themselves. But you're higher in your chance of something happening to you when you present yourself like that.
Well,
I was a
look at
big,
Islam, right? Islam women are
yeah,
covered head to toe, and they don't get
and
those.
they don't
They
even,
probably
and when
feel
they
it, but they
bowling
don't
and
see it.
praying, and
Right.
you know what, when they bowling and bent over and praying and stuff, guess what? They ain't around. They got a whole different section away from the men doing that.
Right, right.
You know what
So
I'm saying? And
definitely on that fact.
Christianity, if you practice Christianity properly, it's similar to that. Because you're not supposed to show your cleavage. You're not supposed to wear pants. You're supposed to wear a dress. And Christianity, you ain't supposed to wear. Women ain't supposed to wear
You know,
pants.
you know what the problem is with Christianity though? Is that that book that they gave the slaves to read, they were praying to the same God as the master was. And that I find to be so hard to understand. Like I
Well,
know
that,
probably it came from Osiris and in Egypt, and it was mixed up and mingled a lot and but King James tampered and all that. But I'm just saying like something about it is off, when that's the only book they allow you to read and learn it, you know what I mean? And
but
it was
but
just
see,
always
this
found
is
it fishy.
but this is the thing too. The Bible they gave the slaves is not the same Bible the slave master did. They took a lot of chapters out of it. They took the Exodus out of it. Like if you look at a slave Bible, it's missing a lot of books. It's missing more books than the regular Bible, bro. I
Yeah,
think
but
it only
what
got
I'm saying,
20 books in it.
right? Yeah, there's a lot of books missing. And there's a bunch of names, but even like the Enoch, right? The book Enoch was up taken out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Enoch, the Book of Giants was actually. If you look at if you look at a Ethiopian Bible, it actually has 100. If you look at the original Ethiopian Bible, it has 102 books in it. They have a watered down version that got 88 books in it. And they got books that's not even. It has books in it that's referenced in the Bible, like the Book of Giants is one of them.
Have you ever watched the documentary called Marketing the Messiah?
No, I don't think I have.
I think when you get like not I think, but if you get bored whenever one day you want to just look on YouTube, anybody who does to do their own, just look up Marketing the Messiah, and it kind of like it kind of like it will give you cognitive dissonance. Let's just say that, right? Because certain things that were force fed to us, you know what I mean, like the color, the shape of the globe in school, these are things that they tell us, right? You never seen it. You was forced to believe that it was round, these things, but they do it for a
Yeah,
reason, you know what I mean? And I don't see the Bible as literal. You get it? I don't see the
it
Bible
ain't
as
supposed to
literal.
be.
Well, no, but there's people that really believe the earth is only 6,000 years
Hmm.
old. You get it? There's people who will die on that
Hmm.
tomorrow. Yo, realist one, salute. Gary, salute. Nate, the great. Ryder, everybody old school, A1, day one, salute, man. I apologize if I didn't see you. But yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm only for a little bit. I'm not here for a long time. I got to work tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to chop it up with you, man. I miss talking to y'all. I miss the vibe. You feel me?
Hmm. Realist, what up, though, bro? Appreciate you, my brother. The realest one is in the building. Riaz, what up, though? Do the Riaz. My bad. Go ahead, bro. I just had to say what up.
Nah, I just wanted to pick your brain real quick on certain things that's going on. Like one would be how you feel about allegedly them going around the moon and the backside of the moon on April Fool's Day and not recording it being the most biggest thing in civilization to be ever televised.
Man, that was bullshit.
Oh bullshit, right? Oh man. Did you find out one of the astronauts was in the movie Mad Max? So crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they tried to scratch his name off the IMDb's. It's crazy, bro. Her name, pardon herself. And the black guy was an actor too in a TV show. It's crazy, man. It's like we're living in Surviving America season 6, or or we're living in the real Truman Show, and we're Truman. You get it?
Hmm.
Like everyone's Truman in
Yeah.
their own way, because we're all in our mini circle of reality, and then we all kind of peek into what the other realities are looking like, and then we kind of see what the big thing is, the bigger picture, right? That's what they say, the bigger picture, right? And once we get
But
involved in those kind of fields, that's when everything changes up in your destiny, your legacy, because
but
you
see,
outside of your. Okay.
but like even with I agree. Like we all live in our own reality, and then we share a reality. But I'm man. Most people are sheep, bro. Most people reality is influenced or shaped by the puppeteers, bro. That's how most like
Literally.
people literally like if you living in a hood and you going to buy fucking Louis Vuitton and all this bullshit, like you rather spend money on material shit than upgrading your living. Like, bro, where does that make sense at? Well, it makes sense, that's what everybody doing on the media, so it makes sense there. But when you logically think about it, the shit does not make sense. But people do it all fucking day. Motherfuckers going to get BBLs and shit. Where's you going to get a BBL? I just want my butt. Like, bro, you ain't no fucking celebrity. Like, you ain't getting paid for your look. You're the people who do shit like that. Go get the bow tie. They get paid to look a certain way, so they got to keep that image up. Because when they stop looking like that, they checks stop coming. But
that's
you a
another
regular
thing
ass
too.
motherfucker that work at motherfucking McDonald's and shit, and you're gonna get a BBL. Like, come on now, bro.
Wendy said with
Right.
the fatty talking about, what you want, number 6? Oh my god, you want the strawberry lemonade?
Your ass working
With
at
the
Starbucks with the
fatty,
BBL.
with the lace front, looking crazy.
with the
The
cum
world we
catchers,
live in
what
is
they
so
call
crazy,
it.
man. Listen,
The,
bro, this is not our world no more, bro. That's what people don't understand our age and our color out of our cloth is that we just we're of it, but we're not in it. You know what I'm saying? What I meant when I said that
yeah,
there's like 3 realities going on at once simultaneously. It's like saying when I say your immediate circle and your friends is where you work at, you come home, your kids, your family, maybe who you hang out with after work, right? But then after that, there's sometimes you might want to go out and then you meet some people you don't know from somebody else that you do know, and now that's another reality that you're engaged in that can alter your timeline in life. You get it? It can actually change the algorithm
yeah,
of your mind. Just even conversating with someone you don't know, that's it could be dangerous. Or it could be good,
yeah.
right? It could be something that
It could be.
motivates you, inspires you, but it can also be something that becomes a seed of doubt. You get it? And that's the biggest thing in the
Mm-hmm.
world to put into somebody's a seed of doubt because it takes away their pinnacle, their that final destination where you could have been, but instead, since you was comfortable, you wanted to be stagnant and you kind of stumped your growth, if that makes sense. Yo, shout out my
Yeah.
brother Gary, son. Bust it down, Gary.
What up, though? What up, though?
What
Ain't
up,
shit. What's up, man?
though?
No, I'm just listening. You know, like Frankie said, I ain't been up here in a minute. You know what I mean? So I'm just listening. You know what I mean? But it we have we got a lot of work to do, but it's more like we got to work on ourselves, right? Because if we work on ourselves, you know, it's like what words, you know, word do says the most. You know, better use it, better us. If I become better, other people might see me and want to become better. You know what I mean? And at the same time, this example that he gave, it's crazy, but it wasn't for us, right? It wasn't for our
Right.
women, it wasn't for our ladies, it wasn't for our guys. You know what I mean? That was for them to come up, right? They ain't do nothing for us. You know what I mean? So woman's right. That wasn't for our women, that was for their woman. And because
Mm-hmm.
our woman's like, yo, we just supporting them. So now they want to join the club and do all that nonsense and then gain nothing out of it. All you did is you separated your family, you separated your kids from the fathers, you separated grandparents from one another. You did all of this nonsense for nothing, right? And then when you got the time where the man is working 13, 14, 16 hours, and then grandma get bussed down by the milkman. You know what I'm saying? Because he's spending
Mm-hmm.
more time at the crib than Pop Dukes. All you doing is feed him, and he giving you the dollars, and then he going to bed getting up to work. That ain't no way to raise a family. But another thing we have to understand is that when we at our worst, just think about this for a minute. Every time something goes wrong, the one thing that we tend to do, we tend to lay up with something and reproduce, right? That's why in the war, what's the greatest time of baby producing? The wars, baby
War.
booming. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We going to war. We over here. I'm over here with Lacey Jane over here. I'm gonna run up in that, and then she's pregnant. Now she having a baby. Oh shit, my man coming back. Oh damn, that's you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. We do the most craziest stuff when we in our lowest form of self, right?
You know what,
It's
Gary?
sad, but it's truth. Go ahead.
I just want to add on to what you said. The Vietnam War from our generation, right? From us, like from 80s babies, 90s, all the way to now. That Vietnam War and that crack epidemic was, in my opinion, right? This does not reflect the host or the channel in any way. But I feel like it was made and manufactured for that specific reason, is to break up the household. Because the biggest thing that black and brown people had, right, was that family, my nigga. Why do you think
family.
yeah, we had family at the end of the day. We had mother, father. We had we didn't have to do it like fucking the Happy Days. You get it? But we did it. We did it
Mhm.
like fucking. You know what I mean? We did it like motherfucking what's a good show that you could say? You know what I mean? Like The Family Matters. You know, we had our own style with it. You know, Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah.
You know, we accept the nephew. We accept the step. You know what I mean? Like we had a different way of doing it. Like and you know that's what they took away from us, right? They made us kind of the seed of doubt, man. I don't really know the seed of doubt, man. Once you have to doubt your brother, that's it. That's the Cain and Abel. You get it? And that's what they do with all
Yeah.
of us. You know, the women can doubt too. Once you put a seed of doubt in your woman's head, she's not gonna trust you never again the same way she did because she was vulnerable. And people don't like to be vulnerable because they know what comes with vulnerability and get hurt, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Mo, what up, though, sis? What up,
But
though?
I'm no. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. And I'm not no better, right? Like I said, I've been with my wife 21 years, man. I'm grateful for that. But before that, I was bad, you know. Like I said, I'm grateful to the Most High that He lets me even have a daughter and be humble and really learn how to right my wrongs. You know what I mean? And put out the forgiveness, whether the person, you know, whatever happens, you know. Like I said, when we're kids, we young, we running around thinking that we could do everything. You know what I mean? And
We're trying to figure it out, bro.
yeah, right. But you know, at the same time, you know, sex was hypersexualized, right? Like I said, Walt Disney played a major role in making kids horny at home, not realizing they watching Snow White and Cinderella, seeing sex symbology inside of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All this
Pinocchio,
subconscious,
all these
subliminal
subliminal messages
shit.
within our
Yeah,
minds,
bro.
man.
That
For
shit
years.
crazy. Like
Am
when
I
you a
lying,
kid, I
Gary?
didn't, bro. When I started watching that as an adult, I'm like, hold on, bro.
That
Like,
shit
what is?
sounded so LGBT, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck out
I'm
of
like, hold
here.
on. Like, bro, when
Yo,
I found
how
out
close
how
is just listen to this, Roar. Geppetto.
man, bro,
They put it in your face
man,
sometimes because the law of the universe
bro.
is that karma always
You,
comes back no matter what. So as long as you tell the person you're doing it, it's easy to fool people than to tell them they're being fooled.
Mouthpiece, what's going on with you?
mouthpiece.
But am
Come
I
on,
lying
bro.
though? You can go right
Is that
now on
my
YouTube
brother?
and look up all Walt Disney videos. Even the noses of the
Come
seven
on,
dwarfs
brother.
just shaped as phalluses. You know what I mean? Like these things are not made up, and these things are not just conspiracy theories. There's proof, there's due diligence that you can do and see it. And you know, Walt Disney was he was into the occult with Aleister Crowley, Anton LaVey, Jack Parson. Like these people
Yeah,
all
he's
play a
fucking with
major role
all
in
of them,
society and civilization. Period. Like you know what I mean? Even
shaping it,
Jack
bro.
Parson running an asshole. You know what I mean? Like this nigga. You know what I mean? Like you got to realize the stuff that we seeing sometimes is like. And I know one thing. Like from what I learned, everything we know now, it was already 50 to 75 years. This is just what I say. Whatever you want to say, 30, 100, I don't care. But 50 to 75 years already tested by military, right? The military industrial complex already ran through this to understand how to weaponize it and the effects and the symptoms and what the benefits are, right? And then they put out a commercialized like Wi-Fi, television, radio signals. You get it? But like
Mm-hmm.
imagine AI, my nigga, when they was using it 40 years ago, 50 years ago, bro. Like that probably wasn't even JFK's head blowing up. If we just think about the Charlie Kirk situation, you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
It could have been all AI deep fake going on before we knew what the fuck that word even meant. And to me, I'm gonna tell you now, and I love saying this one. A and I is 1 and 9. Hootie's 19 came around when the 5G joint was popping. They were putting towers everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
mRNA.
Don't kill him, Frankie. Don't kill him.
Geppetto.
Don't kill
Bro,
him, Frankie.
man, when I
Geppetto
found
blew
out,
my mind, bro.
I-
Geppetto was like, how did I not notice
You-
that?
you know what messed me up, bro? When I found out how old Snow White was.
She was a whole grown woman, huh? She's a whole
Nah,
grown
Nah,
woman.
bro, she was
Mouthpiece salute.
14, man.
Oh,
Snow
Oh
White
yeah,
was
they all
14.
they're all like that, bro. They all like that. I
Yeah.
think Cinderella too. Cinderella was the little sister. She had two older
Yeah, she
sisters.
was.
Come
Yeah,
on, son.
and they
Like
was
they do it.
teenagers,
It's
bro.
symbolic,
So they
bro.
was-
There's
they-
even. Go ahead,
Go
my
ahead.
fault. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
There's even like certain clips that you won't notice it, right? And slowly through the
You
smoke,
slow
comes
it
in the cloud.
down.
Even the clouds, it says sex in the
Yeah,
clouds, my
it
nigga.
say sex in that Latin, bro. I
Every,
seen
yeah,
that.
but they all
Like
do it, you know, slowly. Some way they put it in there slowly. You know, you might see his tie.
a
Like when I
Lion,
look at the
Lion
Wendy's mom
King.
tie, I look at Wendy's tie, the Wendy's logo, and I see mom. I don't know why I always do. I always see mom. So I think it makes me feel right. I think the marketing program made it realize, you know, we put that there, it looks more like a family kind of, you know, more than McDonald's or Burger King. If you ever look at the tie of the Wendy's logo, it almost looks like it says mom on it, right? M-O-M, you know. But that's just me, you know, watching symbols and shapes and patterns and shit and you know what I mean? I guess my artistic side kicks in and I look for these kind of things. But once you see, you can't unsee. You know what I'm saying?
You can't unsee it, bro.
You
Once
can't,
it's seen,
you can't unsee that stuff, and that's the thing, right? But that's what elevation does, right? It opens your mind, it opens the third eye, whatever you want to call it. It allows you to see things that most people won't see, right? All these years, you talk about Geppetto, right? They don't see the part where they telling Peter Pan to go take the kids to that island. They ain't coming back and this, that, and third. They missed that for over 80 years. Nobody paid no attention to it. Now because this man he took himself out. Now, that's what they meant. I ain't know they meant. You know what I'm saying? Example. Because we just so busy just watching. We just watching it for entertainment, but not picking up the subliminals, right? Just like y'all was talking about the astronaut. That same astronaut was in Transformers. Like, damn, Prime, I see a fellow space traveler, but I ain't go. But I see a space traveler, but you ain't
think
go
about
up
it.
there.
You're the first black man to be out of this planet in another. You know what I mean? Allegedly, right? Like, you're gonna be forever idolized. You're gonna be ever immortalized off of this, and they don't even give you that little bit of respect, just like they did Obama. You know what? And like I said, I'm not into politics. I don't care what, but I'm just saying, like, at one point, I remember everybody saying, "Yo, he's the first black president," and then all of a sudden, it's like he's Somalian, he's Hawaiian, he's this. You know what I mean? They took it so far. Even Kamala, you know, Kamala could have been, you know, whatever, you know. But what I'm saying is, like, they control the narrative, you know. So it's like you can't even if you get to a certain stratosphere in wealth or in politics or in education or entertainment. It's controlled, you know what I mean? It's controlled chaos. It's controlled chaos.
That's like this.
You might look at baddies. You might look at baddies and think, "Yo, this shit is out of order." But no, this is a script. They know that they're gonna pop off. You know what I mean? The security guard standing there. You got to know he's about to go down. Come on.
But like even I think it was Nate earlier who said like social media kind of ruined the culture, like media in general. You know, because. Like what you saying, like baddies and shit. People watch that shit and then they try to go out and be like the baddies, but it influenced male and female because all this media is influencing men to look at everyday fucking women just like they look at the people on the shows. And then you got women imitating that shit. So they see it on the TV and then you get a couple. It started off with a couple people emulating it, and now you got a large sum of people emulating it. So you get
I blame Flavor of Love. I blame Flavor of Love.
Rock of Love, Flavor. You want to hear something?
No, not Rock of Love. I blame Flavor of Love. Period. Specifically.
Do you now check this? You want to hear something crazy? Like that girl, Delicious. I believe she was on the first.
She was dope. That bitch was. Excuse my language.
Like in real life, bro.
Dope.
In real life,
I loved her.
I'm gonna tell you this. In real life, she was not like that at first. She was cool.
They control the narrative.
But check this out. She got in a car accident and she got keloid skin, right? And when she got in the car accident, I don't think she went through the windshield, but she got a bunch of cuts on her arms and her upper arms and her legs. She used to cover that. So she didn't like kind of dress scandalous. She used to dress covered. And then like I knew her for 2 years before she got famous. And when she went on that show, when she came back to the hood before the show was even over. Totally different person, bro. And I'm like, man, you can tell they dug her out, bro. They dug her out. I'm being honest, bro. She was like right? Conservative. Like we'd be at a party and shit. She wouldn't even really get her. She had the body and all that, but she wouldn't. She was like kind of like conservative and shit. She wouldn't really get up and dance. And when she get up and dance, she'd dance with the girls because she ain't want nobody all over her like that. She was like, I guess she had low self-esteem. But after that show, bro, it's like she was kind of demonic. It was like everybody, all the dudes in the hood who had money was playing that ass, bro.
Let me ask you something real quick. Not to be funny, but both of y'all, right? And there's a question I always ask myself. and in the way we are going, right, the age of future, like technology and everything, right, where would you consider, or can women consider porn being cheating? Can they consider you watching porn, or because men are addicted to porn? Let's not lie. Let's be honest here, fellas. A lot of men are a
Well, you
lot
can't
don't want to just
generalize.
peek. Not you guys. Listen, I'm not saying no one on the panel. I'm just saying a lot of the majority of men, it's just oversaturated, right? And it's free. It's not like when we were kids, we had to go steal a magazine and go hide somewhere and watch like 6 pages before, Like it's so different now where they can just literally be in a classroom doing the shit. You get it? You understand what I mean? Like,
Go ahead.
am I lying? No,
bro.
am I lying? I'll stop.
Man, listen,
I'm just
listen.
being so listen, would
bro.
you be would it good, I'm gonna stop,
Bro,
Marco. I'm a little
No, let me say this real quick. We was in a grocery store like 2 weeks ago, and I'm legally, I can barely see. So I'm walking around, and this dude, I'm in the freezer section, and the dude left his buggy and went across from where his buggy had to get something. And I happened to walk past, and guess what was playing on? He left his phone in the buggy. Guess what was playing on his phone?
you sick fuck.
Bullshit, you not. And I'm looking like, I told my wife, this motherfucker walking around the grocery store watching porn, bro. This shit crazy. Like, damn, you couldn't wait till you get home.
Those are the diddlers. Those are the diddlers.
I'm looking like, stay the fuck away from him because I'll fuck his ass up.
Yeah,
that's
man.
the good, man. You walking around the grocery
This
store
nigga
watching.
watching a whole fucking Asian midgets with big feet right there in the supermarket. Like, what the fuck?
He probably had nothing in his cart. He just
This
walking
nigga
around
ain't
the
got
store.
no goddamn shame, right? Who this nigga here good to just roll around in a little buggy
He got
playing
loaf of
porn,
bread,
and then he got
some
headphones on
sandwich
thinking
meat.
that we nigga.
Yeah, he had headphones on too, bro. He did have the headphones on.
All right, man. Listen, I knew shit was bad. I'm just gonna say yeah, headphones on too. Don't have both on. Don't get caught with both on. Ain't nothing worse than thinking the kids and your wife leaving. You go sit in the big screen. You lay that. You Tom Hanks in it like, you know what I mean, with the socks and the button up, and you got the headphones both on, nigga. Don't get caught like that. Oh,
He had the ones.
What the fuck?
He had the ones that is like a van. that
No,
go
not
around
the
back of
big
your
Burger
head.
King joints. The welcome to McDonald's shit. No way.
He had like,
He did not have the drive-through at White Castle headphones, my nigga. I don't want to hear this.
man,
Stop
bro.
playing
I'm
with me,
The
man.
trucker thing on with the microphone.
He had the CB shit. That shit get AM radio in China. Get the fuck out of here. I am dead. But yo, see how the world is turning though. And you know what's crazy is that in some weird way, because they're finding to slowly to justify these things like that, like to have creeps amongst us, and we're wrong if we out them. We're wrong if we say something without. See, like the thing is, you can't assume, which is I feel is wrong, right? Because I would judge a book by the author and not the cover. I want to know what other books this nigga wrote. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say in a metaphysical way. So when I say that, I mean like being from where I'm from, right? I'm from a city. I mean, I'm out in the sticks now. Fuck it, I'm grateful to God I get to get out of that shit. But when you're there, you gotta study people fast. You gotta read people in a minute, right? It's called the New York Minute for a reason. So and you meet over 1,000 people in a year, or probably 1 million in like 5 years. You know, it's no lie. You go down 40 dudes, you take the train a lot from work, you'll meet a lot of people. You have to know how to judge people on the fly. Am I not lying, Gary?
No, any borough. You get on a train, you might meet 50 people just by saying "excuse me, pardon" or whatever. They will strike up a conversation with you on the train. Like, yo, I don't even want to talk to you, man. It's like 7 in the morning. I ain't got time to talk.
Sometimes those are the best conversations, Gary. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You be having your coffee like, I want this nigga to come to work with me, nigga. Where you going right now? I'm about to follow this nigga and come back. Like this nigga talking.
Yo, hold on, man. Look, I missed my stop. Hold on, real quick. Yo, what are we talking about? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, you make a best friend out of some shit like that.
Yo, hit me up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The unique. That's the thing that these kids are going to miss. They're going to miss those interactions because now they got they mean grilling everybody. Don't look at me. Don't say nothing to me. But you don't know how much your good morning could have inspired somebody to say, you know what, I was feeling fucked up. You said good morning. You don't know me, but you know, have a good day. That could have picked me up.
Just the word good morning has a vibration to it that you don't even understand. Just putting those two words together, it resonates inside your organs, you know, with your tuning forks, right? It picks up vibrations, right? And this shit will mean so much to a person who's down and out and woke up and stubbed his toe. His wife was bitching at him all night, and he's trying to find a way. He took the train because his car broke down. Like this shit, good morning might mean so much. You know, like someone acknowledged you, right? We all are attention seeking in a way right now, in the way we live now, in the world we live in. Everybody wants to be seen and heard. Because if you don't feel like that, you feel like what happens is you become irrelevant. You kind of like, damn. And I don't mean by everybody, but amongst your peers, right? Amongst your kids. You want your kids to acknowledge you. You don't want your kids to think that the teacher's smarter than you. Talking about always go, ask your teacher how to do that shit. Then what happens is your kids eventually think your teacher's smarter than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
they
how
gonna-
psychology plays through time with these kids in school, earlier ages, right? They're waking up at 6 a.m. when the brain hasn't even really cranked up yet. You get it? And they're going in there and they're being indoctrinated. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, this doesn't reflect the word or the channel in any way. You know, they're being indoctrinated and force fed. And look at us. How long ago before we thought Columbus was, we kind of all had an idea, yeah, that's bullshit, but we kind of was fed. How much did they force feed that narrative of Christopher Columbus discovering America to you guys? Come on, bro. Let's
Well,
be
we
real.
had to- we had to sit on
You
that.
know, I got in trouble in school because I
But
knew.
let's be real though. How were they forcing that shit? Word? How were they forcing it?
They
They forced it, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, look, I literally got in trouble because I was arguing with the teacher because I told her like, but I had a native background though, so I was told this before I even went to school, like that red man ain't that pale man ain't never find nothing. We was already here, so I heard that as a kid growing up. So when I finally heard it in school, I'm like, and I repeated exactly what my auntie said. How did he find something if it was people already here? Like, how do you find something that's already established? Like, no, he didn't find America. And then I knew the whole Spain, like he was literally looking for India. And he fucked up and came over here. Like, you fucked up and came over here, bro. This shit wasn't even intentional. You made a mistake.
Talking about
He didn't
he was
land-
going-
Then I thought, and then
He
I knew
landed
he
in
was a
Caribbean.
criminal.
He didn't never land in
Imagine-
America. He landed in the Caribbean.
Yeah, imagine if you in the third grade and you tell they talking about Christopher Columbus having a Christopher Columbus Day, and I'm a little kid telling the teacher like he was a criminal. Why are y'all celebrating a criminal? Because this is the shit I heard at home. Like, we don't celebrate no Columbus Day. He was a criminal. I'm a
Yo, I
little
read a
kid
thing-
saying that
I read a
shit,
book-
bro.
I read a little story about him. He was a drunk and a failure, and that was his way to redeem himself.
He was getting punished, bro. That was a
Because the Moors,
punishment.
remember, the Moors controlled that. You know, that was the whole doctrine of discovery when Spain sent out Portugal and who was the other country? Spain.
Spain wasn't
no,
even
I said-
called Spain at that time, bro.
Yeah, well, you know what I meant. The Moors had that old
Yeah,
man, and then
the Moors was running Spain at that time, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to think who it was, but I don't want to freestyle. So give me a
Then they,
second.
then
Go
they
ahead, talk.
segregated that. And then they start you start messing with them darkies, you're gonna get kicked out of your country, this, that, and the third. So all of them people started heading to the islands. I know that story, and this is what I'm saying. If you don't do that work, if you don't do the work, you're just gonna sit there and believe everything these people tell you. You know what I mean? He discovered America, but it's supposedly named after another Italian named Amerigo Vespucci, and that wasn't even who discovered it either.
It was
but you know what I'm
Spain,
saying?
Portugal, and England. I'm sorry, Gary. I don't.
No,
mean
go
to
ahead.
keep it.
No,
I just
go
gotta
ahead.
get that off my chest because I feel wrong if I was just talking. Spain, Portugal. It says the doctrine of discovery was a framework Spain, Portugal, and England used for the colonization of many lands, including North America.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that if I come into your house, and since I want your TV, I can say this is not, and it's not. No, this land is not. It's how can I say? It's indigenous. You know, this land is not on the map. So I can say I want your whole village. You know what I mean? And that's how they were letting it go down by the paper bull. You know what I mean? In 1700s, if I'm not mistaken, but
Because they
yeah,
had
that's the type of shit
gunpowder
we had
and
to
the
go
other
through.
people didn't.
So history was being diluted, changed. Mind you, there's a lot of graping and pillaging going on. So at the same time, the bloodlines, the native tongue is being taken away. The ideologies, the practices, right? We're being meshed against something that's totally against what we grew against, what we knew, and now it becomes later down through evolution and through time, man, trying to find a way to kind of like you know, you don't always want to be bitter. You know, there's days you want to wake up and you're like, no, fuck that shit, man. It was nothing. That was some bullshit. I could let it go by. You feel me? And we probably did that through time with what goes on, you know, because a lot of people die in the name of religion more than anything, I think, in my opinion. I don't want to say more than women because I think women have played a major role, but you know, I think, remember, if evil could trick the man, you know, into biting that motherfucking apple, them bitches got power. Excuse my language. I'm just saying women got power. So, you know, men die because of women and go to jail every day because of women, right? Every day they go to jail because of women. But what I'm saying, though, is like, what was I talking about? I don't want to get, I'm sorry. But I had a good point. I swear to God, I did.
You
I was
talking
talking
about
You
the
said
indoctrination and the women.
Yes, right. So with them taking our women away, right? It kind of takes it puts us, and that goes on through years, right? You know, the massa taking the wife and doing what he does, and then having babies and taking, you know, like that shit kind of weakens the spirit. If you want, I don't know if that
It
makes
do,
sense.
bro.
It takes your
Yeah.
soul, the connection to your ancestors, the connection to the universe. It kind of diminishes a little bit every time you get it, and through so much traumatic post-traumatic stress situations in your life, I think only one person cannot be happy. You know, it just got to be like, I want this to just be on what it is already, you know, because like when you have to live through that, I'm grateful and I'm so humble to be born in these times where I could even just think about
Yeah.
it and I don't have to feel it, but I'm empathetic, so I put myself in those people's shoes, and anybody's shoes. But at the same time, think about having to live through those situations, bro, where every day you're just smuggling rice just so you can eat a little more, and you can be taken out. You know what I mean? Like real shit. You can be considered a fucking traitor for the country because you just took a little bit of rice to feed niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Commander, what up, Nine?
Commander in the
Shout out
building. What up,
Commander, man.
Nine?
See, A1 day ones, yo. I'm glad I came on. I'm working stonemason work right now, so you consider me a mason, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah, I've
that's
been doing
what's
it for like
up.
2 months now. I drive a dump truck, doing a couple of retaining walls, fire pits. Life got better for me, but at the same time, I have to sacrifice. Remember, I'm about 50 years old, so I
You
don't
ain't
look at.
sacrificing. You ain't. We don't sacrifice. We
You
invest.
Yo,
invest.
thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
You
Thank you,
investing,
Gary.
brother.
I'm investing, man, because my time is my health. That's my income. That's what I can provide. You get it?
Exactly.
You need a
Mm-hmm.
shoulder to cry on. It's gonna cost, but I can provide it. You get it? That's the world we live in now. Everything has a price, right? Everything
Yeah.
is it can be marketed, it could be monetized, bro. Attention has to be monetized the way we live in now right now, right?
Where
Everything is
attention is.
views is monetized. That means people got to pay to see you.
Pay
So if they're
attention.
not paying attention, then you go broke.
And what
So make
when
niggas
when
pay.
you pay, you know what the currency of attention is? Time.
Time you don't get back.
Yep, time.
But
That's
they
the
got
currency
crazy.
of
Never get back.
attention.
Even if it's
You
5
pay
seconds, sometimes
attention.
I watch a video and be pissed off. Like that's a minute I'll never get fucking back. This nigga done catfish me, clickbait me at motherfucker.
You
You
didn't blink out.
you tricked me on the title, and
There
now
you
I'm
go.
sitting here looking at
Yeah,
this.
all
And
type of shit, man.
son of
I
a
wanted to
bitch,
say
you
something
know.
before I forget though. Let me
Right.
tell you how bad Love and Hip Hop was. You remember that episode when Nicki Minaj farted in the jacuzzi, in the hot tub? I knew it was
I
bad
never
when my wife
watched
said,
Love and
why?
Hip Hop.
There was an episode, you watch this, hilarious, bitch. But I was shouting to Nicki Minaj. I love her for being so hood. But she fought in the bathtub on national television, my nigga. And the funniest shit is my girl got the nerve to say, I want a bathtub. I'm like, bitch, don't you just see? Like, what you talking about? This is what I know they programming niggas with these channels. They channeling shit. Fuck out of here, man.
I could do that. I can make my own bubbles.
Hey, let me tell you
Yeah,
something. I'm gonna
look.
keep it real with y'all niggas. I love y'all niggas. I watch porn with my wife, and the first thing she notices is dirty dishes in the sink. It's not even fun no more, bro.
Hold on, bro. I'm talking about what you say.
I'm keeping it a bean. I love y'all niggas. I knew your niggas for more than 4 years now. Like,
No,
let me tell y'all
listen,
niggas. I don't watch porn with my wife, and she's like, why there's so much dishes? Why the paint is yellow? Like, damn, girl. You don't see that style right there? That's Kung Fu Drunken Master. You talking about this
She
bitch
don't-
got
she
too
don't
much
care about none
fucking
of that.
condiments in her refrigerator. Like, what you talking about?
She making sure her environment is clean before she do anything.
Details.
Shout out to my
that's-
wife. I love her to
yeah.
death, man.
I was
She
about
know
to
I
say,
say
you
that
got
shit
a
in
hell
front
of
of
a
her. I won't
wife.
say it to y'all, but I won't say it in front of her. So I promise you that.
Nah, you got a hell of a wife because she trying to tell you, man, I need everything around me to be right. I can't.
Gary,
I don't feel
I call
right.
listen,
I'm
listen,
saying,
Gary.
right.
Real quick before I go, listen, watch Steve Harvey. There's a joke he put up, right? It's called about a chick named Phyllis. And I swear to you, we make jokes. Me and my wife, cause my wife is, she's more conservative, and I respect her for that. She's Cambodian and Philippines. So her life is different. They acclimated to what's going on over here. But they got their history, so I don't take it away from them. I study whatever I got to do to make them feel comfortable with me. The family loves me more than they love her. So it's real.
Absolutely.
But when you look up the joke with Phyllis, it's like you could be doing something so good and making and you trying to be romantic and all that, and all of a sudden she hits you with the hey, you're gonna still paint the deck outside next, you know, because you said you were gonna do it. Like, what the fuck? You ain't gonna change the light bulb in the bathroom, babe, real quick, because you know it's been flickering.
Bro,
Bitch, I got you, doggy. You talking about the light bulb? What the fuck? You crazy, man.
You gonna change that battery in the smoke detector? Like,
hey, babe, you know we still gotta pay that motherfucking insurance for the car in 3 days. What, man? What the fuck you talking about? It's 11 in the morning at night. What you talking about? You tripping? You talking about the bill, man? Fuck out of here. We trying to get it in. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my Barry White. She fucking my shit up. But that's how life is, yo. Opposites attract. Don't let it fuck you up. Don't get it confused. Opposites attract. So everything you think and you hoping and you want is not probably what you really need, my nigga. Because something totally opposite of what it is gonna make you understand what you really need and make you understand how you got to compromise with your standards. That's what I learned.
But that's what balance is. You know what I'm saying? That's what
you gotta have
is.
it. You gotta learn it because I didn't know that. I was like, nah, I'm that nigga. You're not gonna tell me I can't just go out. You can't tell me I go out.
Yeah.
How the fuck you gonna tell me I gotta stay home? I got my own car and a license. What are you talking about? You get me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, you have to realize who's cooking your meals when you come home from that drive out. You know what I mean? Who got the kids to sleep while you out there in that drive looking for some coochie? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, look, check this out, Frankie. When you said opposites attract, this how you solidify that, bro. You only need what you don't have, bro. That's what you need. You need the shit you don't have. So, like, when I think,
you.
like,
I hate you when you do shit like that. You know that? Because that stays with me forever. I swear to God. No, listen to me. I'll tell a nigga that shit tomorrow on the job site, act like I made it up. Just because it's so fly. I'm just giving it beam with y'all niggas, man.
Check this out, bro.
I love quotes. I love shit like that, man. I love wordplay. I love all that. That shit make a nigga be like, yo, you a fucking, yo, are you Zohan, nigga? Like, they make you think you a guru, nigga.
Bro, look, like, me and my wife are complete opposites, bro. Me and her sister have way more similarities. And her sister be like, yeah, your husband like me. And I was like, that's why we could never be together. Because you too much fucking like me. Too much. I couldn't deal with me. I can't deal with me, bro. I need something to balance me. And I had when my wife, I met my wife when I was coming out of that hood mode, right? And she was taking me to this thing called the Renaissance Festival, my very first time there, right? Y'all familiar with that? When people dress up in like medieval clothes and shit, they eating big ass turkey wings and shit. So we there. I'm walking around looking like, I'm like, babe, this is white people shit, bro. Like, I'm like, like, first of all, she
couldn't do no worse but take you Bigfoot hunting,
bro. let me tell you this, bro. She, like, the place that we went is like, we call that KKK land. Like, we don't go. Black people don't usually go out there, right? So first of all, you taking me out here, and now I got all these motherfuckers dressed in medieval and shit. And then she like, I want to take this picture, right? And I'm from the backwoods in the hood, bro. Okay, I wasn't really exposed to too much stuff prior to this, so I'm like, and I'm just coming out of that hood. I'm expanding my, surround. I traveled and stuff, but when you got that hood mentality, it's just some shit you don't do. She was like, they got a lion here. I want to take a picture with it. I'm like, fuck you mean? I'm putting like some stuffed animal type shit, right? No, it's a fucking lion, bro. And it's a lion and it's a cub. And I'm like, okay. Well, you can stand by the cage and take a picture with the lion, or you can hold the cub. And I'm like, what the fuck am I hold a baby lion for when a mama's sitting right there, bro? Like, this is a wild ass fucking animal that's not even from the States, bro. Like, y'all fucking with something that you don't post to, and you want me to take a picture. So I'm like, you put the front head, it's a baby lion, it's still a fucking lion. I'm like, you put the head by you, because that motherfucker might look up and bite me, I'm straight, I'll be by the butt. If you see this picture, bro, that bitch is sitting on me, I ain't touching it. I'm like, okay. It looked like I looked like that was that look they had, the look I had on my face, they could have used that for the marketing for Get Out. That's how I was looking like. What the? I was looking like, man, y'all. And like, man, when they took the picture, I'm like, y'all done? Yeah, I jumped up. She was like, you gonna leave me? Look, bro, that's your choice. If you want to play with lions and shit, that's on you. I did my part. I took the picture. The ass is on me. The head ain't by me. You want to play with Simba and shit? I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Next thing you had me trying to swim with sharks in the cage and shit.
I
I'm
was about to
good,
say
man.
that. The next thing you know, you gotta go swim in a fucking lake for piranhas. Don't get cut. You know,
No, I'm
type
straight,
shit.
bro. I don't fuck. We when we went down
Swim real quick. Do you know how to
we was
swim?
in
You gotta know how to swim. You down
I
south, boy.
forgot
I
where
mean, you
we was
Detroit
at.
actually. You know how to swim?
Oh no, I yeah, I got it. I had to learn. I learned. I probably
Okay, okay.
probably
What do
one
you
of
mean,
the
like
best
doggy
black swimmers.
paddle? Or you know how to breaststroke? You know how
Nah,
to
bro, I
swim
go
from?
underwater, over water. I
Okay,
can
I'm
make it
making
happen,
sure because
guys.
I was a lifeguard before, certified. So I'm just making sure. Niggas say they know how to swim, and you see a nigga doggy paddling at 4 feet. You're like, what the fuck,
Nah,
nigga?
bro, I go under the water like a dolphin, bro. But she tried to
Nah, I
get me.
fuck with
We
it.
went down to Florida. She was trying to get me to swim with dolphins. I'm like, bro, these are wild
Hell
animals.
no. I don't
They're
give a fuck
so
how much people
cute.
they
Like,
say.
bro, nah, I'm straight, bro. I don't fuck with wild animals like that. The motherfuckers in
You
the
be the only
wild
nigga
for a
they be like,
reason.
don't touch the nose, and you touch the nose by mistake.
Yeah, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. Don't look at it in
Fuck
his eye.
that.
What the fuck you mean, bro? Like, hell no.
Don't stare at him in his eyes when he's saving you. Fuck you mean,
Yeah.
bitch? This nigga, I'm 1,000 feet away from shore. This nigga's pushing me. You think I'm not gonna look at him?
Like, no, I'm good, bro. Like,
Yo,
yeah.
shout out to the Dolphins though, because Dolphin gang be saving niggas. I ain't gonna lie, I heard a lot of stories. I mean, I don't know if it ever happened in my life or if it happened, you know what I mean, anybody I know's life. But I've always heard stories of dolphins saving people like being in the ocean, even from shark attack, which is crazy. But yeah, so
I
shout out to the
seen that
Dolphin
in real
gang.
life.
Yeah, I
I
mean, hey,
seen
it's
the dolphin.
possible. It's just possible, man. I wouldn't doubt it.
No, bro, we was at SeaWorld and this
But
lady,
they're
they
bad
be
though.
doing
You know
the
that, right? They're
huh?
mischievous. They're very bad. They're very bad. You know, like they like to
Bro,
play like little kids.
you know how like
Like
they
he'll
be
bite you
doing
and
little
pull you
tricks.
down 20 feet and then let you go. You get it? Type shit.
You know how they be doing little tricks with the dolphin? So the lady got threw up by the dolphin, but she hit her head and went underwater. And the dolphin brought her back up and put her on the thing, and
Yo,
they got EMS.
yo,
And I'm like, oh shit, that
shout out to the
wasn't
Dolphins.
a act, that
Yeah,
was
that
real.
wasn't scripted. That wasn't scripted, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Dolphins, man. That's why I say shout out to the Dolphins, man, because the shark ain't doing that for you. I promise you that.
no, you lunch,
The
bro.
shark ain't doing that for you, nigga.
No, you lunch.
He's sinking
I
like
got me
50
a
feet and he gonna take a nice little snap at your leg. And it's lunch, nigga. You done. But yeah, even that, like I said, and that alone, it just shows me that there's a most high, like this it's so weird because I'll be like, yo, Bible thumpers believe the world is 6,000 years old, right? And I don't denounce God
six.
in no way, shape, or form.
I thought it
Well,
was
eight
like
thousand, six to
close
eight
to.
thousand years old. Yeah, within
I
that
thought it
area.
was. I thought it was sooner than like 3,000,
And
bro.
nah, I
Like
think
if
it's
that.
6 to 8,000. It's within 6 to 8,000. Yeah, it's that time.
No,
And we
that's
find
that's.
Google it.
I mean
Just
eight.
check. I
I
mean,
mean,
hey Google, what year did what would I ask the Google question? Well, how would I ask that real quick?
how old does the Bible say the world is?
Okay.
Damn, I don't even know on my phone. I just had it.
6,000 years old, my brother.
The Bible say that?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
I even give it a range of 6 to 8,000 years old, which is crazy is that we find bones that are over 20,000 years old. We find
Yeah.
caves that there's these things took more than 100, and then they find remnants of people living there and fires and char. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that there's a Most High. I definitely believe that. I've seen them. Man, I don't want to say I've seen him do his work, right? God works in mysterious ways. They say, right? I've seen him do his work because it's crazy, right? Even a criminal getting away with a crime might think God did that for him. So it's hard to judge it on a scale. You know what I'm saying? You have to be careful. Like, a nigga doing wrong, getting away with it, might feel like, God protecting him from doing that shit. Or the people doing witchcraft, you might feel like, it's not having, like, I don't understand how God, if there's a God and you're a heavenly hearted believer, how can someone that knows witchcraft put a spell on you? How is that fair? You get it? How
Okay.
can some Haitian
Yeah.
voodoo priest just be able to put a doll on me and make me fucking start getting burns and rashes on my skin? And I believe in whole heavenly that the God and Jesus died for my sins and all that. You get it? I don't understand how that works. My bad for being on a rant, yo. Apologize.
Oh no, you good.
But yeah, I just feel like, you know what I mean? The world is what we make it. Remember, I told you before, right? There's three of us, right? There's the person you are alone, the person you are with your family, your kids, and there's the person you are with your friends alone. You know what I mean? We all wear three masks. And I don't think anybody I've met can say that they don't. I do. You get it? I'm trying to learn how to incorporate them within my engagements with people. Like I try to learn because I don't want somebody to ever say that I'm not being me genuinely, right? Because I always am, but at the same time, I'm in a world where there's a lot of fake. And a real nigga in a fake world is fake, if that makes sense. Because you're trying to be the opposite of what everything is, and it doesn't make you stand up. You know, like you're wrong in their world, in that world, in what they're creating, basically, right? Everything I learned is being justified now. Everything I learned is being allowed or is being a way to bring it in and accept it. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Word?
Hmm.
Like just the kid shit, just allowing men to be women, and there's no way in the world you can be a woman if you don't have ovaries. I don't give a fuck how much makeup you wear, how many wigs you bought,
Man,
how much lingerie you have on. If you don't got ovaries, nigga, don't sit here and tell me no fucking stories, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many
bro,
stitches you got, nigga.
it's like this, man. Like and this is kind of big over there on TikTok. Gary dropped down. I didn't even know Gary dropped down.
Yeah, Gary said be right back, but that's that old man be right back, geriatric.
Okay,
I scream at, I'm yelling at the clouds type of talk. You know what I mean?
but like that whole thing, bro. Like you go over on TikTok, that should be. You listen to like the arguments. They be trying to say sex and gender is two different things. Like you're not technically born male or female. Like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, this is what happens when you give people voices. Like when you give people the right to say whatever the fuck they want to say, they start saying delusional shit. And guess what? The social media, you know why all this shit was isolated before? Because all these crazy ass motherfuckers couldn't come together. Like before the social media and shit, it was you have one weird person over in this town, you got another weird person over in this town, but social media allow them to be on one accord now.
That's a whole
They can
fact.
go find people and shit. That's what be that. So now you got people trauma bonding and creating these
Love
delusional ass.
bombing. Don't forget love bombing. That's a dangerous.
Yeah, bro, this shit weird, bro. I be listening. They some of the prompts on there be like, hold on, bro. Let me see if I can go on there and show y'all this shit. This shit look crazy, bro.
I just want to say
Let me
one
show
thing
y'all
to
some
add
of
on
this
to
shit.
what you're saying real quick. The nerds and the hackers are the realest, coolest niggas in the world right now. They run this world. The coders and all the niggas that was getting Bitcoin when it was only $1 and they were trading pizza for that shit. Like these are the niggas that are I'm telling you, man, they're changing and molding society. The incels. You know what I'm trying to say? The
Mm-hmm.
nigga like, fuck you, mom, just bring me the pizza. I want pepperonis. I'm in the game. You know what I mean? Like, these are the niggas that are running Silicon Valley. You get it? And these niggas is making it be what they want it to be. It's almost like a game of World of Warcraft or some shit. Like they're manipulating the reality because right at the end of the day, it's all numbers, right or wrong. It's all numbers, man. It's all zeros and ones, right? Am I
Mm-hmm.
lying? That shit's all binary
Yeah,
code. This
no.
shit's all zeros and ones. And who knows better about zeros and ones than them motherfucking nerds and them hackers, my nigga? Let's be honest. This world right now is like an illusion. We don't even understand what's going on in so many different scales, right? And it's been going on for years. MWDs, 9/11. Like we could talk all 2 years of time. Go even though now. Tuskegee. You know what I mean? These things is all being,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes even further, even like I said, World War II. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was General Patton who said, we helped the wrong side. Get it?
Bro,
means a
this
lot.
shit, I can't. This is different from my phone. Oh, okay, I see.
But yo,
Okay.
word. I don't want to hold you up. I gotta get up at 5:30 in the morning. My brother, I just want to chop it up with you. Good talking to you. I just want felt good getting that shit off. I don't give a fuck what it means. It means to what it means to whoever is gonna mean something to. Shout out to my brother Gary, realest one, Nathan Great, my nigga the word, Commander, Didi. I don't want to forget nobody. So hold on 1 second, word. I don't want to make nobody feel, you know what I mean? Unimportant. Everybody's important. Young Riaz, shout out to you, Young Riaz. I don't know why you talk like that though. I love you, Debbie. I did not say the word this machine for Iron Jabova. Mouthpiece, that's my other bro. Mouthpiece, another good dude. But yo,
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to
Mom.
everybody. I'm gonna be in the chat laying down listening to you while I go to bed. Good content, good topic. You already know.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. I'm trying to. I want to show y'all this one.
I'm gonna kill for real. I ain't playing. Anybody else want to come up here?
This
It's 2 o'clock. We can shut
this
this.
lady is a life coach, and I'd be like, bro, anybody paying you is fucking delusional. Like, I don't exclude any information or knowledge coming from people, right? You have to really listen to what people say, because you can get, like Gary says, not the messenger is the message, right? So you can get some good information from a bad person. That's just reality. So I always listen, but listening to her like talk about dating and talking about men, I'm like, bro, I guarantee you single with at least 2 baby daddies minimum. You're single with 2 baby daddies. Then when I found out she's single with 2 baby daddies, I was like, yeah, I kind of figured that. I can tell because like you bitter. Young Riaz, what it do with the business is?
I'm doing good.
Tay eat y'all. What it do with the business is? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Frankie Blanco with the 2. Hold on, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
With all due respect, what the fuck?
Something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know.
Chestnut! Jesus Christ! What is this?
Something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know. Something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. What up, though, Young Riaz? What the business is?
Not much, man.
What you think, bro? You think women over sexualize themselves or men over sexualize women?
I'd say it's a both way thing, though. But I'd say it's mostly on the guy's thing, though, because the reason why I say that is because, you know, they're caving into their desire. Because I'm a firm believer of what you put out is what you get back. And I'm not putting an agenda thing. I'm putting it on both, man.
But you now let me ask you this: would you, by being a man, do you feel like you? Because like me as a guy, right?
Yeah.
I can't set a standard for women, right? I can't. I can say what I don't like, and then they'd be like, "Well, it's not for you," right? That's just how it is. And vice versa, I'd say the same thing. So I can't set a standard for women, but I can set a standard for men. So in this conversation, I do feel like, you know, it's not about the dealer or the fiend, it's about both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's what
like
I
if
think
women
about.
didn't do it, men wouldn't pay for it. Men wouldn't pay for it, then women wouldn't do it. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I
But
also
I can set a standard for men. So um, even though
that's
I
what
feel women actually had the power, I do feel like they have the power not to do it. But I mean, it is what it is.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree to that. That makes sense. But also, this is what I also believe that the man should lower his gaze, though.
Say
Because
women
one,
do.
no, because look, what you see is what you think and stuff. So basically, you're like, whatever you allow into your eyes, though, is like, that type of thing going into your brain, no. So if you lower your gaze, you're basically controlling your desires, though, you know. Because if you, that type thing as well, because you're seeing it and you're actually thinking and feeling it, So that's why I always say to lower the gaze. That's why I was taught lower my gaze. Because look, go outside, it's up to the person, do as you please type thing. If they're wearing what they're wearing, it's for me to control myself while I do that.
And
Like
that's true.
literally, yeah, because no, I'm just going off based on what I believe type thing as well. I get you on the aspect though on what you're saying. I say it's like a both gender thing as well, and also what Taylor's saying that makes sense too though. I kind of get you on the aspect.
No, and the angle you taking is right because you don't worry about what you can't control. You worry about what you do. That's why, like what Tay said in the comment, she said women do it. She said if women didn't do it, like that, I appreciate hearing. You know why? Because that's showing that she's holding other women accountable for their actions. When a lot of times, like even men do it. Like you is that's accountability. So on either side, when you justify the behavior, like I was saying earlier, me personally, I've been to the gym and I'd be like, damn, why she wearing that to the gym? You can see a whole camel toe, bro. Like, damn, you ain't got no drawers on or something. You can literally see it. Like I have eyes. I see it. I'm not saying nothing to her. I'm not touching her. I'm not doing none of that. But I'm in public and I'm free to look wherever I want. Right. But I'm thinking in my head, like, why would you come to a gym like that? You know what I'm saying? Like to that extent. I understand you want to be comfortable, you want to look good and all that, but everything comes at a price, right? Just like if I walk out the house and I'm looking like a thug or I'm sagging my pants, wearing a bandana, and I got bandanas out I look like a thug. And I can't be upset if somebody say, hey, he looks like a thug. I can't be
Okay.
I
You know
can't
what? I
you
tell
know,
you this story, right? You know what? My brother joked with me, and I wear my bandana sometimes, and I wear a hoodie when we go outside. He says, "Are you going out like to be a gangster type thing?" I'm not doing that. That's just fashion.
But see, you call it fashion, but all the like the bandana, that
You
represents
see
something.
me wear that a lot.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you, you can call it whatever you want, but it represents something. Everything has a meaning. If I
That is
sag
true.
my pants, that means something. That
Yeah.
means something. No matter how I want to look at it, if I want to say it's fashion, no, that came from buck breaking and went to prison. That's how people identify who can get smacked from the back. That's
Easy
what that
access.
represents. So you can call it whatever you want, but that's what it is.
No, that makes sense, but the thing I don't get though, right? Sometimes, look, if I've seen white people go outside wearing it, so if white people wear it, it's okay, but if a brown person like me wear it, big problem.
I say if anybody wear it, that's how I look at them because that's what it represents. If I see if you got a red bandana with all red on, I'm gonna think you blood. That's just
Absolutely.
it. That's just it, bro.
I'm
I'm not.
wearing black.
I'm not go. I'd rather for me to think you that and be wrong than me not to think you that and be wrong.
Okay, that
Something
makes sense.
happened and I'm
I
wearing
guess it's
blue around you.
probably
Like,
because
bro, you can't listen what I'm telling you. You can't go to LA just wearing whatever color you want anywhere you want. You can't do
wait,
that.
if I wore black in LA, what does that mean?
Man, look, bro. You go certain areas and you wearing black. You wear any type of bandana. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. People have lost their life doing that shit, bro.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Coming
and if
from out
I
of
told them
town.
I'm not about that life, then that's even worse, right?
They don't care, bro. You disrespect it.
Okay, sorry. I get you
It's
on that
rules
aspect.
and
Maybe because the reason it's safe for me to wear outside is because I'm in the UK and they don't really care like that.
Y'all can do all that, mate. Y'all can do all that.
Yeah, but Riaz, you have to understand, Riaz. You have to.
I'm listening.
No, you have to like. It's about knowing your environment, right? If you know your environment, you know you could do certain things. You know you can wear colors in this particular case. You know, you can go down the street, say whatever it is that you want to say. If you say that's like me, right? If I go to Detroit and I'm like, "What up, though?" First thing they go, "You ain't from Detroit. Your accent ain't from Detroit." So now they're going, well, "Where you from?" And they're gonna start questioning you, doing things like this and that, right? All because it's a standard that may be established in the vicinity that you in. So that's why you have to know your environment, because if you don't know your environment, you could be putting yourself in harm's way without even
That
knowing
makes
it.
sense. Okay, sorry. That makes sense. I get you on what you're both explaining. Is that just like basically when you actually, depending on what area, you have to be careful what baseball cap you wear, because different caps have different meanings, right?
Yeah, it's like, okay, like I
And
don't
different sneakers as well.
like I don't know, like y'all have different things in England. So it you know what I mean, I don't know it, right? But if you go all right, let's just say for example, if I go to Brooklyn and I'm wearing something that's crazy blue and I'm in a red area, they're gonna question me. They may not even question me. They may try to do something to me just because of what I'm wearing. You understand? But I wouldn't do that because I know my environment. So I would go with a neutral color. I might wear all white, so that way, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, right? It's a standard that's being established everywhere that you go. So you have to be careful.
Okay. You have a point though as well. Like for example, over here as well, they kind of do the red and blue thing over here like that. Like in West London, you got HRB and you got CGM, and they do red and blue. So the HRB guys, though, they wear all red, and the blue ones though is CGM, though, Certified Girl Members and stuff like that. So those guys, they do the red and blue thing.
Hey, what up,
So, like,
man? Yeah.
So basically, that's why the guys like CTM, like Digga and all of them guys, they claim that they Crips and stuff. They say they are.
Wait, why is so no one's claiming white? What up, Nine? What up, guys?
What up, Nine?
No one, no. Hey, listen, no one's claiming white. I'm gonna claim it.
No, this games that were white. Bloods were white. Different factions.
Oh wait, I forgot. There's a clan that wears white. Never mind. My bad.
No, I was just saying. Basically,
I was gonna call it the Holy Ghost, Jesus
that
Christ.
there's this street crew / music crew that named CGM, and they wear blue, right? And they claim that they Crips, and they from the UK though, West London though.
I'm gonna claim purple with glitter. Like
Okay. Wait, no.
Commander, guess what I got?
What?
I got a puppy.
You got a what? A puppy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's trouble. It's a big dog, isn't it?
Wait, I tell Gary this though as well. Basically, I say to some born I say this. I feel like I'm better than the born Pakistanis, because me as a UK born Pakistanis, I have more swag than them. Some born Pakistanis have zero swag, bro. Literally, when they come here, they have
Ria's cammed up to show his swag.
Literally, some born Pakistanis have zero swag, bro. The way they dress and stuff, literally. Where's your swag, bro? Like literally, that type of thing. Literally, though, they don't know. Some of them don't know how to dress properly. I was introduced to good fashion, though. Both parents introduced me, and then I created my own sense of style later.
Coco.
You named the dog Coco?
Coco. It's a girl?
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean... Well, the other dog's a boy, right? It's not a girl, is it?
Nola's a girl, I think.
Nola's a girl? You got two girls in the house? Oh, no, this is trouble.
Yeah, but the reason why, guys, sometimes I say that, in my opinion, do you wanna know, Gary, why I said some
Ria's
UK?
is
Why
serious.
do I say that UK Pakistanis are better than born Pakistanis in my opinion? Because it's the truth, though. Actually, literally, in terms of fashion, opportunity, everything, man. Literally, some born Pakistanis claim that they better than me,
No,
but
man.
literally, the ones who say that the ones who say they're better are actually hypocrites. Literally, they're hypocritical. They're the same
Ria.
people who take a plane over here, but they're the same people who do nothing at home.
Ria,
Well,
tell us
go
how you
ahead,
really
Kyle.
feel.
What are you gonna
No,
say?
is there a Pakistani gang? If not, you should
Edward,
start
what's
one.
going on?
They are actually. I just there's a
I'm
couple of
not hearing
Pakistani
that.
mafia. There are Pakistani gangs in the UK actually. I think like in Birmingham, South London, there is though actually.
Virgo.
Yeah, but I'm not about that.
Edward's
Like,
in the house.
so basically, Commander, I'm more of a
What
London Pakistani though. So like basically, majority of the London Pakistanis though, they don't live like that. They live better.
All right,
Listen.
all right.
No, but I shouldn't say live better. I'm more like in a
No.
blessed situation.
You already said it.
Listen, Riyadh, all we can do is tell you, listen, you still young. So you just have to be careful because your environment is going to be a little bit different from ours, right? Because you young 20. You young 20. So
I'm like
it's a different environment.
mid 20s though, because I'm 24, but I'm nearly 25. So you're right. Actually, I am younger than you, and I'm in a blessed situation. But yeah, I'm not better than nobody. I'm flood, but I'm just saying, guys. The only reason why sometimes I'm saying I'm better than the born Pakistanis is because it's an opinion type thing. Because look, I show love regardless, but look. Do you want to know the real reason I say I'm better than them? Because they say they're better than me. So it's okay for them to say they're better, but not for me. So I'm flipping the tables back at them.
You ain't gotta flip the table. You just be who you are. You ain't got you don't have your actions can speak a whole lot of words.
Dee. What's up, Dee?
Okay.
Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, he got on
Okay,
two
go.
cameras.
Okay, sir.
Coco, that's you, Coco. Hi, Coco. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Yeah, but I feel you. No, but I get you in the aspect you're saying, though, bro. I get you, but this is just time thinking too, though, in a way. I just realized, get everything you're saying, no, bro. I just realized this all at my age, because I told you about like me growing up, right? I didn't know who I was, and I've gone through all of them things, bro. That's just I'm being myself now, and I'm creating my own identity. Defining what it actually means to be, a British born person. Because there's a difference between the ones born in the land and the ones that moved to the land. I know at the end of the day, it's just one thing, but at the same time, big difference. I realize this all at my age now, because I hit that point where I found out who I really am.
Nice.
But there is more for me to discover.
Of course.
You got a lot of time to discover. You just, like I said, you just gotta, just continue to observe your surroundings and things like that, so you don't put yourself in harm's way. So that way you don't have to keep looking over your shoulders or anything of that nature. You just gotta be who you are, continue to live the way that you live, and just chill out, man. Everything. Be yourself and everything gonna be fine. Just be yourself. You ain't gotta be like nobody. You ain't gotta rock with nobody.
You don't have to flip tables.
Yeah, you ain't gotta flip no tables. You just sit at the table and just chill and just watch everybody. So that way you can see who's cool, who ain't cool, things like that. When you do that, you get to learn a whole lot more than just flipping tables. Just sit at the table and just chill out and just watch them.
Okay, that makes sense, though, I guess. Wait, but I'm only just saying that basically, as an opinion sometimes, though. I don't actually do that. Basically, I remain cool. I just lay back, though, and I just, whoever's for me is for me. And, I do, though, bro, I sometimes just, I just rather let God deal with it. If a person's not for me, they'll show they're not for me. And I just move up. I just move from them, basically,
No. Come on here, baby.
That's how that goes. That's how that goes, though, Riaz. You gotta, like I said, you just gotta sit back and observe people And if they fit, if they fit, you'll rock with them. If they don't fit, you don't gotta force yourself to do nothing that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Just sit back and observe. You got this. Don't worry about that.
No,
Who you talking to, Word Nola?
Yeah.
What up,
I don't usually let my dog get on the couch, but I let the puppy get on the couch and she got jealous.
Absolutely.
She literally went in the room and laid by my wife,
Aww.
like mad at me. So I let her come over here and get on the couch.
And they're both girls. So
Yeah. Nola the big sisters. Nola's really, really good.
But Coco seems to be just chilling.
Yeah,
Coco is a rescue, and she just getting like free, like loose.
Well, how old is she?
We taking her to the vet Friday. We just got her Saturday.
You don't
So
know
we
how
gonna
old
take
she
her
is?
to. I mean, they said 6 months, but I think she was younger. Either she was younger or she was more.
Hold up, you got the dog on your birthday?
No. This Saturday just passed. I got it.
Oh,
That dog is huge.
I'm about to say what a
What
gift.
dog? Coco, small as hell, man.
For 6 months, it's a big dog. I mean, I guess
Man.
the camera you can't tell. Obviously,
Man.
she's smaller than Nola.
I just want to tell you to be careful, Word, because it's bad enough you tripping over Nola. Now you got two, so you really got to keep.
I just got to look down.
Does Coco?
Yeah.
Does Coco have?
Bro, I gotta stay looking down because I hate taking her outside at night because it's like I hear her little feet paddling. Here go Nola.
Coco looks like she's got big like tall legs. Does she got like a floppy walk?
Yeah, she do.
I don't know.
Yeah, Tay. It was the 25th of April.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know if you can y'all see her face?
I hear
Yeah, I
you,
see
but I
it.
think there's like an echo.
Okay, right there.
Wait,
Yeah, he
who's
got two
that?
cameras. That's
Nola. That's Nola.
Yeah, that's Nola. I put the other
Oh, she's
dog
on the
is in
couch
crate.
now. She's on the couch now.
Yeah.
you ain't gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna do that to me, Word.
Yeah, she
You
got
on the
jealous.
couch too.
Watch it.
Yeah, because then she's gonna start acting up. She's gonna start acting naughty if she feels like that.
She's literally looking at the computer screen.
She's gonna start acting up,
Yeah,
doing things she's not supposed to.
I didn't think it was and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, so my guy
Yeah,
got
The only
but
reason I let her ass on the couch is because I'm
wait,
about
you
to
know,
watch
I was
these
gonna
couch
tell you
covers.
guys sometimes as well with me though, you know what it is though, right? I have to say this, I'd rather trust you over my own people. It's not that I don't love them, it's just that they need, and not everyone else needs to stand my trust, but I'll trust you because you know the way you move and the way you are and stuff though, bro. That's why I trust you more than I trust my own people. And it's not, I'm not that type thing though. I'm keeping it real type thing. Same people who look like me are the same ones to do me dirty. Not all of them, but at the same time, I'm still keeping my boundaries against them because I watch how most of them move, and that's why I'm not going to just trust them like that just because they look like me or they say we're family. They say we're family, but I know they have intent. Show me we're family.
Tay, you done did my numerology. I don't know how many times.
Right?
I don't even celebrate my birthday, man. My birthday. You know what I want for my birthday every year? Everybody leave me alone. Every year, just leave me alone, bro. Just let me chill. I cried. I didn't cry this year though. Usually, I'd be sitting back thinking about my journey, and that shit made me cry. But this year, I didn't cry. I did not cry this year.
You know why? Because you had Coco.
I didn't have Coco yet.
Oh, my bad.
Do y'all know what to look? I said, so Saturday, today is what? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday now? So Saturday was the first, right? First or second?
Second.
My birthday is the 25th of April.
That was 2
Y'all
Saturdays
about 2 weeks behind.
I ain't 2 weeks. Only reason why I'm behind because I ain't gonna lie.
No, I'm just saying in general, like it's like 2 weeks behind as far as like, you know, me getting the dog. Anyway, but I didn't cry this year.
I mean, yeah, I
I
mean,
I don't know why. I just didn't.
I mean, I think you, because you had so much to look forward to. I don't. When you look forward, I don't think you have time to look backwards.
I always look forward. I always look forward, and it's like I usually cry out of gratitude. It's not crying for pain. I never cried for pain on my birthday. It was like I was just grateful. But this year I didn't cry. It was
So
like
this year you're not grateful? No, I'm just kidding.
no, I'm grateful, but the only
You
thing
just
I
told on
can say
yourself.
the only thing I can honestly say is different is I expected. I expected, like all those other years, I'm still grateful, but I expect to live. I used to always think how lucky I was to be living.
Oh,
but
so you
now I expect to live, and I think that's because of my kids, like my family.
Yeah, I was
You're
about to
looking
say.
different.
Yeah, I was about to say is because now it's crazy. Maybe I'm saying this wrong, but when you by yourself, you on a selfish mode, right? So you like, damn, I don't even know if I keep doing what I'm doing, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But now when you living for another reason besides yourself, the gratitude kicks in. It's like, yo, I just got to keep going. I got to keep going. I got to keep going. So now that you got the kids and the wife, you don't, you removed yourself from that chaotic scene back in the days. It's a different look for you. You made it through all the chaos. So now you saying, you know what can I now? What can I do for this next year to be better than I was this year? Now you got something to look forward to. Before you were just like, man, whatever happens, happen. I don't care. And however it ends, because that's how you was. But who you are now is somebody totally different, because you invested into your future, and now that you got what you want from the investment, you trying to improve on that investment. So another year is you grateful, but now you looking towards next year. Your son get ready to get older, your daughter get ready to get older. Now you got this puppy. Now you get to raise this puppy into the dog that you want, that you want it to be. So you got something to look forward to. So that's why you ain't really, the expectations is not. It's more of excitement than I'm just glad that I made it type of scenario.
Okay, Gary, you're right.
Okay, I just
I ran to the refrigerator real quick.
Oh,
okay. But it is you know what it is, because I've been in a position where I had a lot to live for. It was never like the feeling of I have a lot to live for. It was more of like, damn, I'm lucky to be here, and it was like I said, it was a happy cry, but like I never had the expectation of, even when I was doing right. So like the last 15 years, I had something to live for. That's why I changed. But like for this year, it was like I had my kids, like really experiencing like my kids, and it's just like I expect to be here now, versus like I don't deserve to be here.
That's deep.
Like bro, I done lost. Like when I say this, people. When I said this, I proved this to one of my ex-wife. When I told her I got 17 people from middle school to high school that passed away. Like people I was like now that I'm mature and older, I say they're associates, but back then them was like friends. People you knew, hung out with, did whatever.
Right.
17 people, and some of them was like raised as family. They wasn't like my blood family, but no since puppies.
Man, I'm on the type of time, man. I've seen so many people pass just in these past month or so and close to death experiences, man, I'm just appreciative to just to be here. So I've been reaching out to people that I ain't spoke to. Like, yo, this is weird for me. Like I can't keep doing this. Like if I rock with you, I rock with you. I'll reach out or whatever the case may be. Because the next thing you know, I meant to call you, then that person's gone. I don't like that type of experience. I ain't gonna say it's karma. I'd rather call it an experience because that sucks. Like, yo, I just was about to call you, now I can't call you. I don't want to live with the what if, like, oh, what I should have done. Just do it. If you do it, and if it goes through, it goes through. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? So that's what type of time I'm on. So that's why, for me, I've been like a little distant from this. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like I gotta do better. Like at the end of the day, only thing I can control, hopefully, is myself. You know what I mean? If I can't control myself, there's no need for me to do nothing because I can't control me. What else am I expecting? There is no expectation after that thing. Because at the end of the day, if I can't control me, ain't nobody gonna respect what I'm trying to do in the first place because I can't control myself. So, I got continuously work on me. So that's what I've been doing.
I'm bad at calling people. I'm bad at responding back.
That's, Commander, I wouldn't expect that from you. I wouldn't expect that from you. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I wouldn't expect that from you.
Yeah, I ain't expect her to say that.
I'm usually the person that people are reaching out to me. I'm not like reaching out to people.
Well, Commander, we hold you at a higher standard, so you got to get to working on that.
I know, but I've been saying that for like, I don't know, more than a year. I don't know. Sometimes it's just, I don't know. There's not enough time in the day. Sometimes it feels like.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I had lost one cousin. And he had just got out of jail, and I was supposed to go down there and see him, but they're traveling is funny with this thing in my head. But I can't be in compartments too long because the pressure started building up. Anyway, the point is I wasn't even calling him, right? And then one day they called me and like he passed away, and I'm like, how he passed away? They said he was snapping. They think he was off drugs, and the police tased him. He had a heart attack and passed away. And I'm like, damn. Very next year around the same time, one of my other cousins passed away.
Oh, hell no.
I had talked to him. I talked to him like once a week. He used to come on my show all the time. Like when I first started, come on my show all the time. We were supposed to do a show. He passed away. And I'm like, damn, I talked to him once a week, but I had just talked to him like 3 days ago. And then the next year, my other cousin, these are all three cousins I grew up with. Two of them my age, one of them is my dad's age. He raised me like a uncle, but it was really my cousin. He kept me out of a lot of trouble. He was like one of the only people who can talk me down. And yeah, so then my other cousin, he had got cancer, and I'm talking about like it ate him up. But I kept making ways to go see him because I regretted not spending that time with the other two. And this one is like the other two was like unexpected, but this one is expected. So like what I'm going to say, what I'm trying to say is like in life you will experience something, but you have to learn from those experiences, no matter how much it hurt, because if you don't, it's just gonna hurt more and more and more till you learn the lesson. Because losing them hurt, but the lesson was just enjoy the time that you have with them.
That's
the more you enjoy the time you have with people, the less it hurt when they're gone.
Yeah, that's it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and probably in the morning though. But I'm gonna talk about knowledge and wisdom, because a lot of people think that they they're the same, and they're nothing like the same. They're not the same at all. But you know it's but you will be surprised how many people. No, that's the same thing, because if you got knowledge, you're wise. I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more detail into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I'll touch on that with probably tomorrow, but I'm touching on that soon, because I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I know people, because I'm like, wait a minute, how could you know something and not be wise? You know what I mean?
No.
Because it's an integral part to it. Go ahead, I hear you.
So in 33 Degrees teachings, they have a formula for knowledge. I mean, for wisdom. And it's time, practice, is knowledge practice over time. That's the formula. Literally, knowledge practice over time.
That's about right. Yeah, that's it.
Formula. But now it goes deeper than that, because when you look at the Ankh, the top of the Ankh means wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, the 2 points is is one. The left point is the left hemisphere of your brain. The right point is the right hemisphere of your brain. The stem is your spinal cord. That's what the represents. So the dome, the head, is wisdom, and you got knowledge and time, and the line is experience. That's the symbol. That's the breakdown of the symbol of the Ankh.
My favorite, Mr. Mod. Hi, Mr. Mod.
Mr. Mod, what it do with the business is. So it's a science to the Ankh.
And real life.
There's a science to the all-seeing eye too. Now that get a little deeper, but it is a science to all the Egyptian symbols. Like
okay, so
each
these are
part.
parts of people's brain, right? You said something about
Mhm.
parts of people's brain. But what happens when somebody has a brain injury and that part's affected?
Well, that's
That's
I
unfortunate.
don't want to say a deformity, but it's not normal. It's unnatural.
Right, it's abnormal.
So I mean, so this things that's go apply and things that's not go apply. So when it don't apply, can't let it fly.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like when they talk about, when they had a whole gender, they say, well, once some women are born and they can't have kids, yeah, but they're still born women with all the parts. They just had a defect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just a defect, but they're still women. They're born with all the parts. Things happen sometimes. There's some people born with less fingers, some people born with no arm. It's a deformity. It's not natural, but it happens. It's not, it's possible, but it's not probable.
It's crazy.
I mean, honestly.
Mrs. Bob.
I mean, because even probable. Damn, did I say that fucked up or something, bro?
No,
no.
She said this Dioc is all natural.
Dioc.
Mrs. Ma, y'all know Mrs. Ma, she be spitting out sometimes. I'm feeling like, yo, I've been over there in a while. I gotta get back. But that's what I'm saying. I gotta get back to my normalcy. But back to what you were saying, where it's that's the thing, right? It's just because you feel a way, it doesn't mean that's that's controversial, but it's not right. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like you can't have a baby, you think you just what I mean? It's just something. You still who you are. If your soldiers don't swim, you still are who you are. You still that guy. You still a guy. You may not be the guy that you want to be, but you still that guy. I would say men, but some people just throw that thing around like a little child because they don't have wee discipline. So you know what I mean. So, but you are a male. You are a male individual, just like a woman. If she can't have a baby, she's a female individual. Now, the things that happen in between there, I don't know, but you are who you are. You know what I mean? Like I don't see you changing because you can't have a baby, or I don't see people changing because their little soldiers don't perform. Yeah, but even an obstacle, you gotta weigh all your options. You know what I'm saying? Don't just give up on yourself because you can't have a baby. You know what I mean? Just because you can't have a baby doesn't mean you can't be a mom. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But because they don't do it the societal way, as far as birth canals and things like that, people feel like they can't be a mom. You can still be a mom. Your nurturing abilities is still within you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people give up on that and just like, you know what, I can't have a baby, I don't care, or whatever.
Hey, you got to articulate yourself and define yourself, because that could be a clip. Anybody can use it. If you feel like a mom, then you can be a mom. You can be telling all
You know what's crazy is like people tend to want what they can't have.
Oh, you have a point,
Mm-hmm.
bro. You got a point. That's like basically, guys, brother. Like, I remember we did touch that type thing as well, where heard you about like my harsh reality of basically the both sides would never truly accept me like that, and I had to find a way to basically create my own thing, and then basically they respect me like that.
What does that?
I don't know. I just say whatever. I don't know. I'm a tangent. I don't know. I say whatever.
It's after I don't know what just happened, but yeah.
I don't know, but I get what he was saying though.
All I know is you trying to clip something where you gonna edit it anyway, so I don't care. I know you, so I ain't worried about it.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm gonna forget all about it. Y'all better remind me.
I ain't remind me of nothing.
But there's some people that want to have their own biological child, and if it's not their biological child, they can't or don't want to accept being a parent. There's people like that.
Wow.
It's just an obstacle they have to overcome, right? Like there's some people
I ain't
that
trying to deal
if they
with
really want to
nobody
be a
else.
parent, you don't want to do. Yeah, see.
Well,
I ain't
but what
trying
if
to
you
deal with
couldn't have
nobody else.
children?
no, basically, bro. I'm gonna tell you though, Kevin, for me, if I were to adopt a child, I have to keep their original. Basically, the Muslim way is I treat them just like my own child, but I still have to. They have to keep their original name. They have to keep their original birth parents' name type thing, because that's just how it works, though, for me.
Did you say cat?
The Muslim way to adopt.
Adopt.
You talking about adopting the cat?
No, adopting a child, bro. Wait,
You adopt a kid.
I was talking about the Muslim way to adopt a child.
A child.
But I want to ask Word. If you couldn't have children of your own, biological children, do you think you still feel the same way, or you think you would consider changing your mind?
No, I ain't gonna look. I done dated too many women with kids. I'm straight. I made my mind up when I was 25 years old. They ain't my kids. I ain't taking care of them. They ain't nieces, nephews.
I'm just saying, like, let's say you got married, your wife doesn't have children, but let's say you're the one that can't have children, and you're married, and your wife now can't have children because she's married to you.
I ain't gonna marry. I wouldn't marry.
Wait.
Honestly.
But you can't control that.
Hold on.
Why?
Wait a
You
minute.
can't control that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you saying because you can't be fruitful and multiply, you wouldn't have gotten married? Is that what you're saying here, sir?
Oh, I definitely wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't get married.
Okay.
Look, you know what? Honestly, that's the only reason I got married, to have a family. I was content. I told myself, if I turn 40 and I'm not married, I'm going off the grid. I was literally, bro, you don't understand.
I'm going off the grid.
That makes sense.
I'm going off the grid, bro. I'm going completely off the grid. This community is off the grid, bro. I'm telling you.
Forget the grid, off the radar. Forget the grid, pure off the radar.
Mine would have been in Dublin somewhere. I'm telling you, bro.
Wow.
I was out.
Wow.
Okay.
They're just gonna have me on missing. What was that missing person thing? I'm gonna have me a whole episode. He just disappeared.
Wow.
Okay, wait. You know what
Jerry
I
said,
said though,
wow.
right? My aim is to be married at 25. I hope to marry at 25 or 29.
That's
I don't want to
coming
get married
soon.
when I don't want to marry in my 30s. But if it happens, it happens. I'm not opposed to the idea if
Let me
in my 30s if it happens. But I'm praying and I'm hopefully, inshallah, when it manifests. So it's gonna be when I'm 25. My father got married at 19 years old. 19, bro.
Okay, so
now let
what
me
do you?
ask you this:
Oh, go ahead, word.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
is it going to be an arranged marriage?
Kind of like arranged, but I kind of amended it type of thing. So look, my parents do the searching, I do the choosing. So I give them specific details of what I want. Like, I describe what I want and what I'm looking for, and they'll help assist me in basically finding that person. So I'm involved in the process as well.
I
I'm
love it.
so happy
I
my
love it.
camera not on.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
so happy
why.
my camera
So
not
that's
on.
the type of way I do marriage. No, the reason, look, I could do the
Bruh,
alternative
look,
way, so
so
like
you can
pull
pick
out
a chick.
dating, or I could do the love marriage, or if I knew a girl found one, go ask her father's hand. And I go, look, I can convince the guy I can marry her, but ask her father for permission to marry the daughter to sign a commitment type thing. I could do all of that. But the reason I let my parents help me do the marriage thing, though, help me find my future wife is so that I don't get taken advantage of. You know what I have, though. That's why
Let,
my parent is there to, safeguard me.
And they know
let
you
me ask
best.
you.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question though. One of the things you ask for, it should be a good listener.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like a quality type thing. I said, look, basically, one of the qualities is basically first is faith first. Basically, she has to be practicing. Secondly, is the character,
Those are
the
things I said all
personality.
day.
Then it's going to be yes, looks to a certain degree, but I admire the intelligence part. I admire the determination, the loyalty, and of course, good listener is within it.
He's the talker.
You
So
know,
he's the talker,
make
so
that the top.
he's got to marry
No,
someone that's
different
more
people
quiet.
bring. No, trust me, though, I'm a very complex person. Different people can bring that energy out of me. Everybody here can bring that out of me. But trust me, though, some people, though, I'm very antisocial.
I believe that. I'll go with that. I'll definitely go with that.
But generally speaking, I think
Mhm.
you're right. If you feel comfortable, you're a talker. So usually what happens is your significant other would be quiet or maybe less talking. Usually that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My phone.
I'm
Yeah,
the talker
but
in the relationship.
I get what you're saying though, about the good listener aspect. That's like one of the criteria though within it though as well. Like basically the one that actually understands me type thing. But look, I'm not expecting for perfection because there's no such thing as little perfection. So that's why I'm just, expecting a good person.
So what
Look,
is
I have
your
to be what
preference?
I have to attract though. So I'm trying to be what I'm trying to attract.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you trying to attract? What is your preference?
No, so
Bro, you
basically
can't
my
ask me a question.
preferences, I told what I like though. I don't mind the race though, but if I had to pick a particular preference, I'm going black though. I literally told everybody that's what I'm attracted to.
He said I'm going black.
No, seriously, that's
Like,
what I'm very attracted to actually. I let that be known for years though. I don't
When
mind
you
race.
you
say
an African?
I don't mind the
black, you mean
African,
like dark
Caribbean, or
skin
probably one from
or
America, UK. I don't mind.
You can only have 4 wives, right?
Yeah, I could have 4 wives.
don't
If I
start
had 4
today.
wives, though, they'd be different. It is one is black, one is Pakistani, one is Arab, though, and third wife, though. I think first one is like black, second is Pakistani, third is Arab, though. Fourth is like, I don't know. I have to figure out that part, though. I don't know. Fourth might be
Are they gonna be in
Persian,
different
white,
houses?
Japanese. I don't know. Fourth one, I have to
Are
think
they,
of.
Rhea, are they gonna be in different houses?
Yes, 4 or 5 homes, though. I have to be rich to do that.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a lot of work. Do you have the capacity to do that type of work?
I'm about to say you ain't about to put all them different chicks in the
No,
same
Rachel,
bowl.
4
You
wives.
think
I'm
that
not
shit
allowed
gonna
to
fly?
marry 7. I'm allowed to marry 4. Yeah, I have to be rich to marry 4 wives. And I have to treat them all equally. And I have to do justice and give them their rights as well, you know? And I have to provide for them. And if I have
Yeah, you
children,
know that's
I have to
impossible,
treat
right?
the children, you know, I have to
You
treat
know,
the children with the, you know, equally also. So,
you know that was written as a satire because people can't really do that. It's impossible to treat two people the same
that's just example. No,
because
but
they're
my
not
father
same
got
to
married
treat them.
to one. My grandfather got married to one. The whole generation, my family stuck with one. So I'm gonna look. I say that I want 4 wives now, but actually I won't handle it for real. That's just basically I say something no, but it's a possibility I'm open to. But if I have to keep it very, very real,
Start with
very, very
one.
realistic, I'm sticking with 1 wife only.
I have 2 questions. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Are there a lot of black women to choose from, like where
Yes.
you're from?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
how do
I'm
your
in
parents
the
feel about that? Do you
They
have
don't mind the race. They only care about the person's faith and they care about the person's, you know, as long as she's a good person. They'll
and
support
there's
me
options?
regardless.
Okay. Yeah, because you got to find the options too.
Yeah, but I'd also say this to my mom. The only way I will agree to marry my own though is the person has to be from the UK. I'm not opposed, right, to a born Pakistani. But the reason I said she has to be UK Pakistani is because based on cultural understanding, you know. It's not that she can, you know, if I married a born Pakistani, she won't understand. She can understand. It's just that it's better that if I had to stick with my own, if I'm saying I'm not opposed to the idea as well, I'm just keeping it real as well. If I got married to my own, it has to be UK born. So then we actually understand. It's like a understanding that both have though. I'm not opposed to it, but I want to stick with my preference.
The chat. Are you guys reading the chat?
Get the drop.
Yeah. Get the draws down.
Yeah, but I'm keeping it real though, like that type thing. You know, my parents don't mind, you know, who I choose type thing. The only thing they care about, as long as the person knows is good and they're
Man.
practicing in their faith. That's the only thing my mom cares about. Because both parents actually pass down their faith or whatever they believe in through their children, and I want my whole bloodline to continue what I'm practicing. So.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if any male in your family ever told you this, but if they didn't, just in case. But all women change after you poke them, bro. What I mean by that, they be one way, but once you poke them, they be another way.
Oh my goodness!
You should
But he at
experience
least wants
that
the
first
fundamentals there. You know, he at least
before
wants
you
to try.
start manifesting having more than one. I'm
He's
telling
not
you.
poking nobody until he gets married. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I ain't getting an aspect, but I'm sticking with 1 wife only because that's realistic enough, though. It's not that I don't
There
want
you go.
4 wife. I'm just, that's like a possibility I'm open to. And also, if I need 4, if I want to get, can I keep it real with you, bro? If I wanted 4 wives, I have to ask first wife to get permission to marry second wife because that's actually showing true sign of respect and stuff like that. You know, if I want 4 wife, I have to ask first wife to get permission. And also though, it's also stated as well, is it say like if I got married and she puts a stipulation, I can't marry 4 wife as long as we're together, then it's out of the question.
That's just too much work. I'm sorry.
I know that's too much work, but if I had to keep it real, I'm sticking with 1 wife only. Let me keep it real on that. I'm just saying that because I'm open to the possibility because there's more to life though.
Okay, I may be just assuming this, but I would assume that in order for your parents to know that someone qualifies, they would probably have to know the girl and their family. Because they can't just go off of what the family's saying, because anybody can lie on their resume.
Yeah.
So your family would probably have to know the people, right?
Yeah, but also basically you can also get to know them though. So when we do that, we can actually go to their home and we can talk it out type thing. But I'd also do all the necessary checks though. Of course though, the resume thing, but I'd said though, look, let's do all the necessary checks first. And then also the widows get to know as well, that type of thing as well. It's not about trust or if I don't actually like the person. It's not that. I'm just, being cautious though.
Hey, Commander, I want to show you something. I want you to tell me what you think. I was going to put this on Wild, Weird, or Wicked. Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
The Petty
Oh, here we go.
Vision channel.
Yeah, I was going to put it over there.
Did you get this from D-Ship?
Oh
Probably.
no, I'm scared. I'm scared.
D-Ship, where you at, D-Ship?
You gotta do
D-Ship in the building?
No, but he might be in the bushes.
Yeah, D-Ship. Again.
Out of the booth.
D-Ship be you on a whole black channel. Like a channel that's not subscribed and be listening and shit. He weird like that. You should do
No,
weird.
but based on what I said, that's just okay. Sorry. Wow, man. No, but anyways, when you asked that question, I was interested type thing when you explained. Well, I just gave the answer to it though. That's just how it is though for me, The only reason I'm choosing the arranged way though is because it's best convenient, and also I have trust in my family to help me, help me decide.
I saw a show once, not too long ago, where they were doing arranged marriages, and I think they were Indian, or maybe they were Pakistani. I don't know, but they were doing arranged marriages.
I don't understand the arranged marriage. I don't understand it.
Hey, all right. Tell me what y'all think about this, man. This shit kind of crazy.
Let's go.
Be making the skits about how some football coaches be taking advantage of the mother. So let's watch this video and let's see what's going on here. But it's a basketball coach, but hey, they all the same.
I'm thinking about exposing my son's 7th grade basketball coach, Coach Cleveland. Hey, how you doing? Yep, it's me. You wouldn't answer my fucking phone calls. You blocked me. I call you from text now. No answer. I'm finna expose you. I'm thinking about exposing you, all right? So if you don't return my call, the whole world finna know. Even your wife, Michelle Cleveland.
Damn.
Why they always gotta be married? Not all of us is married. I'm not married. But god damn.
The damn library ain't finna be quiet no more. All right. So Michelle, I'm finna give you proof to let you know that I done sucked and ate your husband's ass out.
What? Oh my.
What?
Come on, Coach Cleveland. God damn, you call them players on the court. You can't call the bitch off the court.
Okay, so hold on. Now
You
back
call
to
the
Coach
timeout.
Cleveland. You promised me that if I sucked and ate your ass, my son would make the basketball team.
Nope,
Now
That's why you can't give promises that you can't fulfill, Coach. Come on, Coach. You can't give promises that you cannot fucking fulfill.
On the result is right here. So if you don't respond back to me, the whole world finna know. All right. So Michelle, your husband, the proof
I don't believe it. It's a lie.
No, I believe
it. On his ass.
You don't believe her?
It says on his ass, be patient. Bigger things are to come. Boom. Now you know.
First of all, she's embarrassing her son, and she's
24 hours,
embarrassing
if not,
herself.
it's going up. Bye-bye.
I guess bigger things that came.
This is throwing the rules on the
Coach Cleveland, man, come on.
First of all, listen, if her son is like, you think she can't reach the coach and go to a basketball game and confront him there, she's embarrassing her poor son. I don't believe her.
I believe it.
So what is that? Wild, weird, or wicked?
That's weird. She's petty and spiteful. That's petty and spiteful. To go and tell the wife, like,
Wow, it's all three. What do you mean? I gotta pick one.
That shit wicked, bro.
I gotta pick one.
Okay, yeah. She's like,
she should have waited first. She should have said, when my son makes the team or whatever she said, then I will do those things.
No.
She's dumb. She got played.
No, that ain't wicked. I'm sorry, that's not wicked. That ain't wicked. I'm sorry. She wild for that. That ain't wicked.
You gotta add nasty to it. Nasty.
That's why it's wild.
That shit was wicked work, bro. Because she said she was talking to the wife, like I was, and she was like, "If you don't call me back, I might expose you." And then she started telling the story, bro.
No, she wild for that though.
Said the wife's name and everything. That's just wicked as fuck.
She wild. What?
Did you hear what she said she did?
Yeah, I heard everything she said she did. But I'm saying, how you don't
salad.
Told the world about the man tattoo and everything, bro.
I see. That's why I hate overanalyzing, right? Because I'm saying, what the hell was you doing that you had to do all that for your son to make the team? Let's start there.
Your son suck.
Right. So what the fuck makes you think you gonna make the team if you gotta do all that?
Just break it down the middle, Tina. That is Dubai chocolate.
What is this? I'm not eating this, Michael. You're not gonna make me eat this.
What's wrong with it, Tina?
This is shit. Straight shit you're trying to feed me. What is wrong with you?
Why are you saying it's chocolate?
It's shit.
Pistachio.
Pistachio my ass.
Bruh. Tina, this is Dubai chocolate.
I'll buy my own chocolate. This is shit chocolate.
I swear to God, to try it.
You're a liar.
Why do you think when I do this to you? When I feed you shit?
Yeah, you would feed me shit. Absolutely. Stop laughing because you know it's shit. Stop it. It's not funny to feed people shit.
Bro.
What the hell's wrong with you? You're not laughing. If this is shit, I swear.
Go ahead, take a big bite.
She gonna eat it anyway.
What do you think?
Shit. Look all over. Look at shit. Pig bag made shit. Oh my God. Somebody better bring me an apple right now. You eat the shit. If it's not shit, you eat the shit. Hey, you eat the shit. Give it a Mikey. You eat the shit.
The only thing men really need to learn.
Oh shit, bro.
So what's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be wild or wicked, or what's the other option?
That shit was wild, bro.
That was super wild. Like you knew it and you tried it anyway. I said, man, if you try it first. I'll go behind you. I ain't playing with it. I ain't even playing.
I've had Dubai chocolate, but I had the smaller version of it. Oh, it's
No,
alright.
yeah, don't say that right now.
Okay.
Don't say you had Dubai. She had Dubai chocolate. That's not Dubai chocolate. That's what I'm saying. Don't say that right now.
Okay. Anyways, though, I did not say it.
All
That
right,
is
good.
redacted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I didn't know Dubai make chocolate. I'm just saying.
Trust me, there's a law. There is a law. Trust me, they got a law.
If y'all ate Dubai chocolate, y'all let me know how that is. You don't.
I have. It's all right. It's not bad.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm picky, so I just don't eat anything. So I'm just saying, maybe that's
No,
me.
some stuff though, I am picky though. Actually, I've always been like that.
I won't be paying $15, $20 a bar. I bought
For
the stuff
what?
to make it at home, and I made it at home.
Wait a minute. That's how much Dubai chocolate costs?
Yeah, it's expensive, man.
I think it's a little
Overseas.
cheaper now because it's like
No, it's cheap
not a-
now, but when it came out, it was very expensive.
Man, shit, I was paying about $12, $13 for it.
What in the hell is wrong with y'all?
Wow.
That
What
shit
a
was
luxury.
smashing, bro. This shit had potassium. I mean,
Pistachio.
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 And then it's got like this little
fruit.
crunchy.
Yeah, and Arabic good enough, right?
I forgot what it's called. I have
Nothing.
stuff to make it because I bought like.
And it's real rich chocolate too. Well, the ones I had were.
Okay.
I think it even has a little honey.
What?
I think you can even put a little honey in it.
Wait, it's like a cake, right?
Yeah.
It's chocolate, but it's like a cake, right?
It's chocolate on the outside, and the inside it's got the pistachio, and then the little crunchy stuff. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
I like the crunchy stuff.
Oh my goodness. I can't with y'all.
Oh yeah, I figured it is cheaper to make it at home.
Is it? I don't know. Commander, that could be your first live, making a Dubai chocolate.
No, thank you.
Stay
No,
tuned.
thank you.
Stay tuned. Commander gonna make
Listen, what
Dubai
Missing
chocolate.
Mods, Dubai chocolate. Missing Mods is talking about the coach lady. She says she sucks too. It's a family problem, it seems.
Exactly.
Her son and her suck.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, what can I somebody? Oh, there you go.
It's too much. That's what I'm like. Wait a minute, that don't even sound right. But
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's sorry. Okay, I figured though. Anyways, though, based on your question you guys asked me, anyways, I'm also thinking this way as well. I'm like a firm believer of what I put as what I get back type thing. So I'm thinking positive in order to get positive. I don't have to do the work to do it though, but at the same time, it's also my thought process too, either consciously and subconsciously. So I'm trying to think positive so I can get good positive results. Because I'm the one, thinking and saying it. So might as well just think it, think positive and then say it, and then I'll get it.
I agree.
speak it into existence. We understand you, Riaz. That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah.
That is a good. But Mr. Mark, that comment you made, she sucks too. It's a family problem. That's a dynamic because everybody got that hope and wish and dream, so they try to get in where they fit in. So they do some strange things for a change or whatever they call that now. But I don't know what made her do that. You don't even watch your son play basketball, because if you did that and he ain't make the team, he sucked. Because if he was any good, he would have to pay you. You see what I'm saying?
I'm sure no son would want their mom to do that. They would be like, "No, mom, don't do that."
He didn't know till now, and then he didn't know.
What is y'all talking about?
That basketball coach Cleveland.
Huh?
We talking about Coach Cleveland.
Oh.
Well, we don't know that the son didn't know because she didn't say it.
Oh, that son didn't. Ain't no way in the world that
We're
son
just
knew.
assuming.
That son ain't know.
I don't think any son would agree.
That son did not know. He know now.
Like your mama did all that and you still didn't make it? Damn.
First of all,
That's what I'm saying. He's got to change schools now.
Yeah.
The whole internet knows. Probably the whole school's gonna know.
Wow.
That means she ain't had no money to put. She ain't had no money to put on the team. First of all, that hat she had on with that wig was.
I almost said a really bad joke. A really bad one.
Don't worry. HR ain't been open in a while. It's all right.
No, see, I gained some restraint back from being on TikTok because you can't really say nothing over there. So.
Oh, so that made. Word, are you trying to tell me that TikTok is gonna make you unpetty?
The TikTok is saying they say too much. It's garbage. Things like this is garbage. Even if she was lying,
Very articulate.
these people on here, even if they are lying and saying those things, it's still embarrassing. I could never.
Man, he might have got a better chance playing on the chess club than the debate team, because he can't debate his way out of that one. He in trouble. He lost before he get on the podium. Mr. Maz said that poor kid ended up on the debate team after that. He ain't gonna make no debate team. He better go play chess so he can shut the hell up and just make moves. He can just make moves and just be quiet.
Right. No words there.
Well, hold on. We're getting back to work.
What are you trying to say about the debate team? What? You need skills.
No, he's not going to. That Coach Cleveland, that boy, he ain't making no debate team. After that video, he ain't gonna never debate nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. He better play chess. Just make a move.
They gonna walk up to the podium like your mama. Let's go fuck them all up.
They're gonna say his mama had some Dubai candy, but it wasn't Dubai candy. he ate.
Word, what are you eating? What are you doing?
Snacking at 3.
Oh, you hear that? My bad.
3:13 in the morning. Well, she said, well, it
No,
also may
these
have
some
opened up other opportunities
sunflower
the
kettles.
other week. Yeah,
Just the seed, the sunflower seed. Just the seed, not the shell.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ma. He opened up some opportunities for
Oh,
some weird
fucking
stuff.
My bad.
No, I was just reading my comment and responded to. I don't the desperation of some people, boy, they do some. I'm telling you, this world is getting more desperate by the second. People got to pay $5 for gas now. They probably just doing share rides. I'm gonna give you $2.50. I'm ready to go across the border. Fuck this shit.
You know what? Gas across the border is like cheap. Like their gas hasn't went up. They have their own stuff in Mexico. Well, that border anyways. I don't know what border you're talking about, but
I don't care which border. It's got to be cheaper than what it is now.
they got their own petroleum. They make their own gas. They don't import it from somewhere else.
Wait, so what did I miss? I stepped away for a bit.
We talk about gas now. We talk about going across the border because this gas is too much.
Wow, even over here as well, man. Literally.
Riaz, how much is gas over there?
I don't really go to the petrol station as much, but if I had to, I look it up.
If they probably got like $2 a
They
gallon.
sell it different. Because like in Mexico, they don't sell it by gallons. They sell it by something else. I don't remember. It's different.
I bet it's
It
cheaper
says
than
so
America.
as of May 20. Sorry, hold on. It says as of May 2026, the average petrol prices in the UK are around 132.7p to 157p per liter. So
How much is that in American dollars? Do you know?
no, I think I have to actually, convert it.
And you gotta convert the liter to gallon.
I don't care what it is. I just want to know what that 137 is or 150, whatever he just said. I need to know what that is in dollars. Probably like $2.
No, but it's still expensive though.
That's expensive?
It sounds expensive.
No, literally, it's like about, you are right though. It's like $1.68 to $2 though. Like £1 equals though 1.27.
A liter. So how many liters in a
No,
gallon?
but imagine
4
how
liters?
many times people has to use that. That actually adds up.
Listen, all I know is it's $1. It's almost $2 a liter. I
But how
take
many
that.
liters in a gallon? Isn't it 4 liters in a gallon?
Damn, how many? 1
Prices
it's
vary
4
by
liters.
location though.
1 liter, 2 liter.
Who cares? I'm not moving to the UK or to Mexico.
Stop laughing, Miss. It ain't $5. I can tell you that.
No, I guess I get you on that though. You can see it, but you won't come here though. That makes sense though. Anyways, I kind of get you on that. Trust me. The UK's been declining since 2008. It's just that after Brexit happened though, basically over time though, that stable period has broken, and by 2019, straight drop. And also
Then
poor leadership.
what you need to do is buy a vehicle that takes corn. I was gonna say corn oil, corn gas.
1 liter equals almost 4 gallons.
Because the corn
4
stuff
liters
is like
is a gallon.
$2.
Damn, that's
No,
like $6.
That just depends though, basically the location though. It varies by location though. Prices will vary by location though, actually,
Damn, it's a shame that one guy could manipulate a whole ecosystem with just nonsense
It's
that he's
okay.
doing.
Just get a second job. That's all.
I forgot I
Gotta
pushed
get
the
a
mic
second
on mute. I'm sitting up here talking like, damn.
They didn't hear you.
What'd he say? I don't know.
I don't know what else.
You eating that candy over there. You smacking.
I ain't got no candy. Bro, these are seed kernels from sunflower seeds. I'm just eating the seed, not the chip. A bag of
Costco has a salad topping that's really good. It's like pumpkin seeds with cranberries and I don't know, some other stuff is really good. I just eat that by the handful. It's delicious. Yeah, they got a little bag of salad toppings. It's really delicious.
I don't.
Like
Y'all be
seeds
putting me
and
on to
cranberries.
stuff. Yeah, y'all be putting me on to stuff. I never heard of none of this in my life.
It's a salad topper.
Seed kernel?
I'm telling y'all, boy. This is why I miss you guys. Y'all be putting me on to stuff I ain't never heard of in my life. I
Yeah,
miss you
bro,
guys,
like
man.
no, you guys use gallons over here. I use liters. That's like basically the temperature. You use Fahrenheit, and I use centigrade.
I got that one. Yes, it's like almost 4 gallons. 4 liters is a gallon, just about.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's a lot of liters.
Mm-hmm.
But but that's what I'm saying. That's like $6 then. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all vote matters. See how much y'all vote matters? Wherever you go, your vote matters. So y'all know y'all better vote. Y'all better vote for the right person. Vote for the person that y'all need to figure out what's good for
Yeah,
y'all.
if I had to vote though, bro, look, if I had to vote though, I've never voted before, but if I had to vote, bro, eventually though, I'm gonna go independent. I don't trust either party. That's Labour and Conservative. It's just kind of like the equivalent of Democrat and Republican over here.
I'll pay extra for gas.
I don't trust neither party. I didn't vote, at home. I just chose to basically observe and see how both sides went. And then after that, I was like, nah, I don't trust either of them. Both of them messed up.
Damn shame. $6 a gas. This $6 for gas. That's how much gas is in California. Not doing
How much?
that. $6.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 7.
Oh, it probably is some at 7. Beverly Hills might be $9. Who knows?
That's crazy if it reaches like $10.
The way this guy going, he ain't gonna have no choice. Ain't nobody traveling for Memorial Day. Everybody gonna stay their ass home. They can't afford it. Plane ticket gonna be $200 extra because the jet fuel is gonna be more.
Wait, basically though, bro, I didn't tell you though, I'm gonna go to Barcelona on the 12th of May. And basically though, my dad's not paying for basically the last just because I'm doing their funding and paying for it. So I get to travel for the first time in years.
Where
They're trying to get us to go electric.
Barcelona.
You going to Spain? Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice.
One of the different reasons I want to go to Spain though is one for the vibe, then it's also the experience and also the historical stuff because it has a lot of Muslim history and Moorish history that I want to look into.
But
And
what
I've
if
never
you
been before.
What if you find somebody that you like in Barcelona? How does that work?
If I find somebody I like, I'll tell my parent, and it is what it is. We can continue from there.
Okay.
But then also though, I have to explain to him though, like if I like somebody there, right, and then who knows, say if I actually find somebody there, and I let him the staff know and stuff, and then we can just talk to my parent, then we have to talk to that person's family, and then after that though, who knows, I can go from there. But I'm not going to rush it, bro. For now, right now, I'm just focused on what I got going on. It's the first year type thing I've been doing. I started in September, right, bruh? So all I'm focused on what I'm doing right now. I'm focused on myself until I'm ready to do it. Not rushing it, but I'm hoping, so either by the end of the year or next year. But I'm not gonna rush the process.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Focus on yourself, so that way when you're ready, you be ready. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You doing right.
Yeah.
Keep that eye on the prize.
Yep.
I'm gonna get there one day.
Yeah, because it's very interesting as well. I asked my grandfather what he got married at. He got married at 34 years old. So, like, you know, when my grandfather was like 34, he got married at that age. My dad got married at 19.
34. How old was that? I had my first child at 32, so I guess
Okay.
that's understandable, I guess.
My dad was like 21 when I was born.
Dang, get that young.
Yeah, he was born in 1979. My mom was born in 1977.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm from Gen Xers.
How are you from Gen X?
No, I'm not. I didn't say I'm from Gen X. My parents are Gen X. I'm said I'm a product of two Gen X parents. I'm Gen
Got
Z,
you.
bro.
Got you.
No,
Yeah, got you.
no. Sorry, you probably misunderstood me.
You're a millennial, ain't you? What do you call those?
I'm not millennial.
2000
I'm not
kids?
millennial. I'm older Gen Z. Gen Z is like 1997 to like 2000. I think was it 12 or something?
I don't know. I'm just glad I'm here. I ain't giving up. The world trying to make me feel bad. I ain't giving up. I'll never give up.
Yeah. My mom is like 49 years old though, nearly 50. She's nearly 50, bro. 1st January 1977. So when 1st of January happened, that's her birthday.
What word that word?
Yo,
What do you think about these people that think they just gonna continue to have babies in their 60s and things like that, like the men? What do you think about that? Is that an ego? I think it's an ego thing. I'm gonna say what I think earlier. I think that's an ego thing because I don't understand why would you want to have a baby at 60?
leave a legacy.
How you gonna leave a legacy? You'll be 78 when the kid walk across the high school thing. You better hope you're still here. What legacy could you leave behind?
Hey, B, people die every day, B.
It is what it is. That's all. The only thing you can just say is it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying, B?
I hate when people say that, man. We can have kids. We can have kids till we die. What the hell you gonna have a kid at 75
Yeah,
for?
that should be something crazy as hell.
Like y'all sound so stupid. Like what you talking about? I ain't trying to have no kid at no 60. 60 and then that my baby. You're too full out talking about that my baby. You're too full out.
Wait, when you're 60, what would you do when you're 60 though? What's your plan at 60? I don't know about me yet because I'm trying to figure
Appreciate
that
you,
out.
Mr.
But
Mott.
for
Appreciate
you personally though, what would you do at 60, Gary?
50?
You know, you said you wouldn't have a child at 60. So
I
what
would
would
not.
you do?
I would not have a child at 60 because it doesn't make sense. What you gonna do with a child at 60? You ain't got no patience at 60. You on your way down. Like what's the
Well,
point of
if
that?
somebody is 60 and they marry a younger woman, they might want to have children.
Look, man, you gonna have a caregiver. That's what you gonna have.
Okay, that's called planning.
Look, I wiped your ass when you was 5.
No, but
Now
based
you're
on what I
15,
was
10 years
raised
later, trying to wipe mine.
all I'm gonna say, no, but I was gonna say, guys, based on what I was raised up on too, though, based on my 50, you know, I'm gonna have to look after my parents. But I know that's a general thing everyone has to do, but of course, though, I'm looking after my parents, though. And then also, though, you know what my dad's done, though, right? When he's not here no more, if I have a parent not here no more, basically, he's got, of course, he got other family members to care for me, but he trusted both my siblings to look after me if he's not here no more. So say like when we're older type thing, and if I didn't get married though, I can go stay with either one of my siblings and they'll care for me.
That's a beautiful thing, boy. But let me tell you something, Riaz. Life don't always go the ways it's predestined. It's not. Let me rephrase that. Life don't go the way that you just said. Let me tell you that right now.
It won't. I know.
Because I don't know. Yeah.
Where's the faith? Where's the faith?
No, Commander, because I'm telling you.
All I can do though, I know life won't go according to the plan like that, but it's nice to plan. And I'm praying. I'm praying on that though, you know. I just pray for, I pray on positive stuff, so I'm just gonna make that my reality. So like everything I just said, I hope to, map out my future. It can go, it can happen, it won't happen. That's up for me to decide. But I'm still gonna pray on it though, because I know there's a likely chance it's gonna happen soon.
Commander asked me, "Where's the faith?" I ain't got no faith in these young kids now. I don't. I'm sorry. I can't.
Let me
It's-
let me tell you what the faith is, right? Let me explain what the faith is. The faith is expecting everything and expect nothing at the same damn time, because both of it can happen and none of it can happen. That's just reality. Now, things
Maybe
go
'cause
up and down in probability in the different environments and the different people you put around you. But at the end of the day, anything and everything can happen or nothing can happen. But just
Right.
knowing that, you would be in a position to react or respond. But not knowing that, that's when people get caught off guard.
How about
That
just
makes
having faith that everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to in the end?
Right.
I don't. I don't. I really don't.
You know what I got faith in? Me responding and reacting the way I supposed to when shit happen. That's the only thing I got faith. Look, it's like, look, I feel like this. I feel like everything, even when I got stabbed, like if I didn't, it was a centimeter away from an artery. Like if I didn't move the way I did when I got stabbed, I would have been out of there.
Whoa. Okay.
But it was still me moving, even though I still got hit and it broke a fucking rib. Like that bitch went in my chest, and it was a serrated knife. So when it came out, it ripped the bottom of my chest open.
Wow.
Wow. I was gonna tell you. Sorry. Continue.
So I'm sitting there leaking, and I still got up and crawled to the car and started driving and passed out. And they woke me up, moved me over, and drove me to the hospital.
Man, look. See, that's I don't know. I don't think you calling that faith. That might be intuition. Let me keep going. Right?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the faith, man. That's the faith. Like I was able to keep going because I know I had to keep going. I got faith in me. I got faith and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to survive. That's just how I'm built. You know, everybody built different for different things. I just know what I'm good at and I exploit that shit. I exploited it even to this day for survival a lot of times. I had to learn how to transform it to thriving.
Jerry, I didn't say things are gonna work out the way you want them to. If things would work out the way they're meant to be, like the way they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I didn't say it's good or bad. Like it may work out bad, but then that's what it was meant to happen.
Yeah, but that's not. But that doesn't. That may not help anybody. If it turns
don't
out.
you remember?
Even
bad things turn out for your good.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say that.
All right.
So I mean, I see what she's like.
I understand what she's saying too,
like,
but you gotta have time to do that.
Whatever it be is gonna be, you know. Like that song, like that hit me a certain type of way. When I heard, man, like when I hear it, it hit me a certain type of way because it's like that sums up life, bro. I mean, what happens, bro, and it's not about what happened. It's about what you do after it. You know what I'm saying? Did you pick something up? Did you pick some of that up or was put down, no matter if it was good or bad? Did you pick some of it up? Did you learn something from it?
Yeah, you can learn from anything. So yeah. I can learn because they going the way they going, it ain't gonna be good. That's what I learned. If I'm around a bunch of selfish people,
did you you know what I'm saying? That's the important part about the experience, because that's just what it is, experience.
Yeah. The experience is I'm gonna be around a bunch of selfish people that ain't gonna care about nothing. And hey, I gotta. So what I gotta do is I gotta take care of myself. I would have to pull a word. I would have to drive myself to take care of myself. That's what I would have. That's what it would have taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what you're manifesting.
No, that's not what I'm manifesting. It's what I'm observing. I'm not manifesting nothing.
Okay, I feel you enough.
Because I could manifest one thing, but I don't think I could manifest the world because there's other people manifesting.
And that's the thing. It's like what, like this. It's like it's simply complex. Like because what Commander's saying is like with every experience, we put ourselves in position for it to happen. That's manifestation. Like you put it in your mind.
I think we lost him. Come back. I may have lost him. Mic check. Mic check.
Like instead, think of yourself as the exception, and the things in your life are the exception. Yes, the world is like this. Yes, you're observing this, but you're gonna have the exception experience. Word, we can't hear you. By the way, you might have hit the mute.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we lost him. I listen. I already think I'm an exception to the rule. I've been thought that about me a long time ago. I could be.
I
the
mean, if
exception.
anything, you can plan. You can plan, right? You can plan for what?
Absolutely.
As best as you can.
Absolutely. So the thing that I can do most is prepare. I live with, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
There you go.
I can do that. I can do that very well. So I can, it balances out. So all right, maybe this happened, maybe that'll happen, but I'm prepared for both. Right.
And then,
So,
like you told Riaz, you can plan
Uh-huh.
for one thing and something totally different can happen. But I mean, at least you try with what you could control.
yeah. But that's the thing. I can control what I can control, but I can't control what they're doing. I can't control what somebody else is doing. You see what I mean? Like we're having a conversation. I can't control if anybody's going to listen to what's being said. I can say what I need to say, but is anybody going to listen to it? Or are they going to hear it and combat it? You see what I mean? So it's not a catch-22, but you walking a thin, you walking a thin line. Because as much as you want the best for other people, the reality is they gotta want that best for themselves. So that's why you gotta hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, because you don't know what people have expectations of themselves. You don't know what they got for themselves. So you gotta just sit still.
You can't want it more than they do.
Absolutely. You can't want it more. You want them to need it, but they just want it, so they ain't gonna chase it. And like it's so many different ways to look at that, man. It's tough, but to each their own. So if it's everybody have their own, to each their own, then you don't know what the outcome is, because if you expect something to get the other end of that outcome, you lost because your expectation wasn't met.
Yeah, have you learned not to have high expectations for people?
Yes, I learned that. I learned that over the last, what is this? I've been learning that all year because I've been working on myself so much. It's like, you know what? It is what it is. Like I don't expect anybody to do nothing that they don't want to do.
And you know what I learned? I learned people, and when you learn people, you just expect them to be themselves.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I think that's how I don't be upset, get 2 hours too low when it comes to people. I just expect people to be who they are, and a lot of times you don't really know people, so I don't really be upset at what nobody do. If anything, I look at myself like why did I allow myself to be in position? Because that's the only thing you can truly control is you.
Right.
So the more like and like I've been doing that since I was a kid because like my grandma always told me that like you can control you no matter what nobody else do, you can control you. So I gotta look at what I can do different. And then I start noticing other shit like in other people like that I was doing different. So that's I mean at a young age I was looking at behavior like that. Like what's so different about, us that I'm doing it like this and you doing it like that.
It makes you inquire. You inquire about it. So then you'll just sit back and observe. Okay,
Yeah.
I see
When
how
you
you
go
do
over
it
their
like that.
crib and shit, ain't no
Right.
daddy there. Okay. But ain't no daddy at my house. But they ain't got a Mr. Jesse.
Yeah,
They
they
ain't
ain't
got
got,
my cousin Gervis down the street.
they ain't got
I
Uncle
had
Joe
like
up in the
three.
building. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like four males around me, like 20, like right next to me. Like, yeah, my dad not right there, but I got all these other male influences teaching me how to do all these different things. Hunting, fishing, working on cars. As a little boy, I'm doing all these things. And all this is family. It's like a little community.
Yeah. You ain't got Uncle Joe to tell you that that worm ain't gonna kill you. Put that worm on that hook and go ahead and cast it out there. This is about
Man, we
survival.
used to bro, we used to fish with fish. He used to catch catfish, cut it up, and then fish with the catfish. And man, that shit crazy, man. He used to
That's
fish
what,
with the catfish.
and that's what I'm saying. You don't have that experience for somebody to teach you, and when you got to learn on your own, you just think you got to learn on your own all the time. And that's the thing. Like I got to figure it out. That's the one thing. I promised that I would never tell my kids. Figure it out, right? Because if you don't know, how the hell am I expecting you to figure it out? We got a bunch of people that don't know, and then you be telling them to figure it out. And a lot of them is trying to figure it out because they think they're grown and don't want to. They don't want the tutelage of help to try to get a solution. So they want to figure it out because I'm grown. Can't tell me nothing. I make my own money. This, that, and the third. Like this. That's what I'm saying. This is a dangerous time because as long as you keep trying to figure it out and you ain't been through nothing, how can you figure something out you ain't been through? You gonna learn on the fly? I guess that's good. But wouldn't you rather listen to somebody that experienced it? So if you see it, you could prevent that thing from going that way. But you know, like you said, whatever's gonna be is gonna be.
Look, I was talking to Tay one day, and that the argument that men are more logical than women and women are more emotional, that is the most emotional argument I heard from men or women because most men aren't fucking logical. I would give them analytical, but not logical. Most men don't even know 3 laws of logic to be logical. So
you're saying most men are working off of probabilities?
think about what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like think about what I'm saying. Because logic, okay. So logic could tell you if I'm married and I built this foundation with this woman and get kids and everything and I cheat, it can mess everything up. Logic will tell you, no, don't mess it up. You took too long to build it. That's what logic will tell you. Probability will tell you there's a chance I might not get caught and mess nothing up. That's probability. That's how most men think. They think in probability. There's a chance I can get away with it. Versus if I don't get away with it, everything is gone. We, by nature, we're builders, creators, and we take pride in what we throw it away for what? Probability.
Well, think of the men that lose their mind when they lose their job or lose their wife. That's not logical. You can get another job and you can get another wife.
A lot of stuff men do is emotional.
Yeah,
Think about why men
emotional.
fight, bro. Is emotional.
You get
It's
in a
not
fight and you're at
logical.
work, you're gonna lose your job. It's not logical to get
Yeah.
into a fight.
A lot of men don't know how to regulate or express their. I would say more express is a lot of men know how to regulate. They regulate like shutting their emotions down is a form of regulation. It's not just one way to regulate it. Regulate it is controlling it. If anything, if you think of like people who control it, they just go emotional. That's a regulation. So regulation is being able to control your emotions. Expression is different. It's like being able to express yourself while you're in that emotion. So you can be angry and still articulate yourself. You can still get your point across even though you're upset instead of crashing out. That's a proper expression. So it's like, even think about when people go through some hurtful shit and then they make a song out of it and become a millionaire. They expressed it in a positive way because they ain't crashed out. They made some music, made some art, and got paid for it.
Yeah, I go with that one.
Yeah. So just the expression is important too. Different ways to express your emotions. Are you doing it is it beneficial when you do it or is it not? Like these
anger is an
things.
emotion.
Yeah, so you can do a lot with anger. I used to love getting pissed off before I'm about to get down in a second, younger years. I'm about to get down in a second, bro. Next show for sure. But yeah, I used to get angry and go out and have some of the best games, basketball and football. Not baseball. I couldn't pitch angry because for some reason the ball would come inside a little bit too hard. I was throwing like 92, 93 average.
But you had no control over it.
Oh, I had not when I was angry.
Right.
When I was angry, yes, I think I had more control over it. It was, look, bro, I got a demon in me, bro. I never said I didn't. I promise you I do. I know I do. I always had it. It's been with me since I was a kid, bro.
I was gonna say we
I'm
all
telling
got
you,
that.
I'm being honest.
We
I'm
all
being
got
honest,
that.
though, bro. I was an evil little bastard, bro. Like, I was evil, bro. Like, man, I used to tuck them high, tuck them low. Like,
So
get off my plate, bro.
So you was the whole.
And that mother coming like 91, 92. That mother.
You was as long as you trying to hit the strike zone and not the head.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I only hit like 5 people in 3 years. I only hit 5 people in 3 years. Yeah.
That mean you had control. You had
Yeah.
control.
Oh yeah, I had, man. The 2 times I hit this dude. They clocked it at 103. The dude leaned, bro. He leaned like literally over the plate. I don't know why, bro. When it hit him, I seen the helmet crack. Like the helmet cracked and the ball bounced back. And when they clocked it, it's like, bro, I fell to my knees and prayed because he just hit the ground. Bro, I ain't seen nobody get, bro, look, I seen people get hit, like poop, pew, pew.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't never seen nobody like drop like that, bro. It was literally like a high caliber hit him in the head. Like it's like he lifted off the ground, bro. Like it looked like he tried to I don't know if he tried to jump back. Like he was off his feet and it's like his body wasn't like vertical. I mean, it wasn't like horizontal, but it was like he was laying in the air, bro. I was like, oh my god, like everything was in slow motion.
Wow.
And like when it hit him, bro, it was like it took him like he went back and sideways, bro. And his feet was like in the air. I was like,
was you trying to get him off
slowed down?
Was you trying to get him off the plate?
I don't know if he tried to bunt. Everybody said he was trying to bunt. Only thing I seen is like bro, look, when I released it, like I did a half spin and I had to turn back around. Like I let it go, bro. Like I threw it from the hip. Like no, because we was playing this. They be funny. They be putting their mounds up like 4 inches taller.
Oh hell no.
And I was like 5'10", I was probably about 5'10", 5'11". So I'm stepping down, and it's like the mound, and it like you have to play with it for a minute to get it right, but you ain't had the time.
Yeah, the keep
Anyway,
yeah.
and then when you do it, they mount sitting up higher and shit, and then you landed. So it was like I'm trying to. You can't really build it. It's hard to build up. You got to build up, not build down.
Right.
Well, you're literally building up, but if it's grass there, then you screwed. So that happened a couple times where they had, high mounds or whatever. Anyway, so we on one of those. And when I released it, bro, it was like I went down and I seen the ball, and then I seen like out the corner of my eye, I seen him leaning in. And then the only thing you heard was crack, and as I'm turning my head back, that's when I seen him in the air. And I'm looking like, and everybody's just like, oh, like covering, and then they ran over to him, and I'm looking like, damn, that just hit him in the head. Like I literally seen his helmet come off in the front half crack.
Wow.
And they clocked it at 103.
That's some hell of velocity, I'll tell you that. If you crack the person's helmet, that velocity is a little bit more than 103.
It was a slider, bro. Like it was a hard slider.
What the hell kind of slider you throwing at 103 miles an
I
hour?
twist them bitches, bro. We call them twisted sliders, bro. The bitches go down and up. They go down and up.
Shit, you throwing 103 miles.
I think the puppy got to go out. Hold on, this is my house.
Uh-oh. Good night, Commander. Good night, 9.
Hey, good night. I'm about to end this. I think this, but I got to see it.
Good night, 9. Good night. Well, we're about to get out of here anyway, because my 33 brother, he gotta walk the dog, and then he better not walk the dog too damn far. He probably just letting him out in the backyard. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back shortly. What's today? Wednesday, Friday. We'll be on Sports Chat. We'll be over there Friday night. I don't know if he going live, but we'll be at Sports Chat Friday because we got to talk about SmackDown, things like that. Oh, there you go. That you know, I ain't hear that in about 2 months. Front door. But yeah, we'll be over there talking about that, basketball and things like that. You know, I think we're coming back slowly but surely. I think I don't recall if Tay coming back over here. Well, she gonna do a live soon, but we still around, y'all. You know what I mean? We still around. Like I said, we'll for the most part we be at Sports Chat. I'll be around. You know, I got to get myself at least once a week back on this thing. Maybe that's why I'm trying to push tomorrow or today anyway. Have that conversation. Word is slowly but surely building himself back up to come over here. So we're in motion. You know, we appreciate everybody that's stuck around and stuck it through with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank y'all for your patience and for your understanding. You know what I mean? Life has been lifing for all of us. It doesn't mean that life don't life for us over here as well. So, you know, I just want to appreciate everybody. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's, you know, that's been around, that's been, you know, checking in and, you know, asking what's up with us. We still around. we on our way back. You know, we working on ourselves, and we working our way back to our normal activities. You know, I'm good. You know, she might be still outside with the dog. So, but yeah, you know, that's what we doing. We, like I said, we coming through, y'all. We coming through. We still got BDB out here doing Battle of the Beats. Santina's, you know, still doing her mukbangs and lives. So we're in the vicinity, y'all. We ain't too far. We ain't far at all. So once again, we just thank y'all for the patience. Thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for checking in on us, man. We appreciate it. So, you know, like I said, if y'all want to hear from us, we'll be, like I said, we'll be over there on Sports Chat Friday. I don't even know what time. I need to go to bed then if I'm going to do it in the morning. It's 4:00. I need to get some rest.
Yeah, my bad.
Huh?
Yeah, my bad, bro. Man,
You good. I was just
listening the whole time. She went out there and was like, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm like, yeah. I heard her money. Bro, man, the other day, I woke up like, bro, what the fuck is that smell?
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
I smell shit. Bro, I go in there, she shitting in her cage. I'm like, damn it. Like, I'm happy she ain't in the house running around. And how long it would have took me to find that? I can't see. Shit. My nose like shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Her ass in the crate. You gonna be in the crate for a while until you learn. Like Nola will come and not wake you up. Like jump on the bed, like, bro, take me out. Let me out. Hurry up.
Yeah, come on.
Nola don't play. Nola, grab your leg. Don't let your leg be hanging off the bed. Shit, grab it. Like,
come on, man.
Like, man, god damn, bro. I'm telling you, I got scratches on my ankle now, my left ankle, bro. That'd be the one hanging off the bed for the most part. It'd be the left ankle. I don't know why, bro. It's just a little bit longer than the other one. Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but you got to, you know, it's what is this, a week? You got the dog for a week. You got, you know, it's a process. So
I had that dog since Saturday. I ain't even a week.
Okay, well, 4 days. 4 days. That.
Like she cool. Like she cool. She getting even loose. She like, cause like this. I like the dynamics because like the shepherd patrols the area, right? She got pit in her. You can tell because she like sitting right on the side of you. Like if I can walk her without her leash and she'll stay on the side of me, but with a leash she don't like it. But without a leash, she'll walk. She walked. Well, I ain't walked far. I walked 2 houses down to see, and she stayed right on the side of me without the leash. But with the leash, she don't like it.
I guess once it's range, once it's range, maybe the dog don't want to feel limited with the leash. You know what I mean?
I think I'm probably gonna have to get her a harness. Some dogs don't like around their neck.
Right. But that's the beauty of the dog.
In fact, I couldn't walk Nola until we put the harness on her. When I put the harness on her, she couldn't do shit. She was like more in control, but around her neck, I could put something around her neck now, and because she used to walking out. But when she was little, no, you couldn't put shit come right up out of it.
Damn.
And no matter how tight you put the shit come right up out of it. Only thing she couldn't come out was the choke, but then she'd try to choke herself. Like she'd fight you.
Right.
Especially as she got bigger, because she got big quick.
Put that shit on me. Don't put that on
One
me.
day she was like a puppy. The next day I'm looking like, damn, she about big as a fox. And then she got bigger. I'm looking like, god damn, this dog about to be huge. And she tapered out. I'm like, damn, I'm happy I ain't get that male. I don't like male dogs because they mark shit. They piss everywhere. Female dogs don't do that.
I've
And
noticed.
then it's like it's easier to kind of alpha female dogs. So I always had better luck with female. I used to every male dog I had, I fought them. I'm talking about literally fought the dog. I'm talking about Rottweilers, bro. I had 160-pound Rottweiler, and me and that dog fought to the point I beat the shit out the dog, bro. Like I literally had to beat my dog ass, like slamming that motherfucker and everything. It came at me, 160-pound Rottweiler. Bro, I slammed him like 3 or 4 times. That motherfucker jumped again, bro. He grabbed my arm. If I didn't have my coat on, I'd have got fucked up. The only thing that saved me is he grabbed my arm, bro. I gave him a 2-piece and slammed him. He just laid on the ground. I thought I killed him. Thought I broke his spine, honestly. I tried to. I ain't gonna lie to you. I slammed the shit out of him. You got my arm. Like, if he bite down harder than this, bro. Man, he hit the ground like, let me stop before they call Peter on me.
Yeah, man, stop playing. But nah, I was just thanking the people for sticking around, you know what I mean, while you was outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man.
I shout people out, man, telling them we working our way back, stuff like that. You know, we ain't, you know, life has been life, and we've been adding things to our lives, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, but I just wanted to thank the people that stuck around through it all. Good to hear from Frankie. I ain't heard from Frankie in a while. I miss
cool.
I miss Frankie so much. I went back and went on his page.
Shout out.
I was yeah, Mouthpiece, shout out Mouthpiece. But I miss Frankie so much. I went back to some of his old music, was just commenting on his page, like just comment on it. Like, yo, keep up, man. You gotta keep this going or whatever. He like, that's crazy. And that's how I was talking to him. You know what I mean? I think people really don't understand, man, what when you get a connection, even if it's on here, right? If it's genuine, you're going to do what you can to make sure that is active. You understand what I'm saying? Like you this is not a fictitious friendship or fictitious relationship that's being built here. You know, we are genuine people doing genuine things, and we have genuine feelings about those we connect with. So, you know, like I said, I just had to thank everybody while he was outside and walking Coco. You know what I mean? So that's how I was going to end the night, because I know you gotta get some rest. I know the kid's about to get up in a minute, well, not a minute, a few hours, but I just wanted to thank everybody that's been understanding to us. You know what I'm saying?
I keep hearing you echo, and I just realized my wife watching it on TV. I'm like, why the fuck do I keep hearing? And then like when I peeked in there when I watched, and I'm looking like, okay, yes, we watching it on TV.
She trying to tell you get the hell off so you can go to bed. That's
Man,
what
she done knocked the fuck out, bro. She out there.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, you know, like I said, I just wanted to thank everybody, man. You know, shout out to Commander. Shout out to Young Riaz. I don't even know who's on the vertical. I ain't seen nobody on the vertical. Mrs. Mod. I ain't been on Mrs. Mod like 2 weeks. Nate. Frank.
Yeah, I was just over on Mr. Mod.
Realist. Day one. Blessings to riders. Am I missing anybody? I don't think I'm missing anybody. Said Riaz. Tay, our 9 sister. Dee Dee. I ain't even say hi to Dee Dee. I'm sorry, Dee Dee. I missed you. Hi, Dee Dee. Appreciate you stopping by. You know what I mean? And I don't, like I said, if I missed you on the vertical, I apologize. I can't see the vertical. But you know what I mean? I just want to thank everybody. Like I said, we working on some things to get ourselves back together in order. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for your patience and understanding.
Nah, man.
Nah, but I gotta get
man. Let me get my butt off here and stop playing with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
All righty.
Hey man, we gonna be on the Tickety Talk tomorrow, man. Y'all gotta come check me out. I don't know. They want me to be controversial over there. I don't know what to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about something. But check me out, man. Check me out. All right. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These the convos to build nations. If I say anything resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time, I'm out.